the bridges and shit, there was a ton of fucking ice, and there was a 70-car pileup.
70 fucking cars. God damn, dude.
Wow.
That ain't nothing to fuck with.
70-car pileup. 6 people ended up dying. Another woman is paralyzed because she got crushed in between her car, a truck, and the semi that hit the bunch of cars that were behind her.
Oh, I'm surprised it's that's pretty mild. I would have assumed there would have been more deaths in 70 cars, because especially, like, not only are there so many injuries, but, you know, how the fuck did the ambulance people get there, you know, and the fire, you know, how do the medical people get to the people that are injured? Like, that takes a while.
Basically, it was the people that were stuck in the back of it whenever the fucking 2 trucks came in, like the semis. Everyone that was at the front of it, like, they got injuries and shit, yada yada. But like, it was the sick, like, all 6 deaths and the paralyzed, or that chick getting paralyzed, were literally just like whenever the 2 trucks slammed into the big ass fucking mess of cars.
Oh wow, yeah, that'll do.
Because like, everyone up at the front had basically already gotten out of their cars at that point. Because like, we're not moving anytime soon, and while we're not getting bombarded with cars, we're just gonna go and get the fuck out.
Yeah, the trucks had damage bonus.
Yeah. they got that legendary mace with the fucking speedy horse.
Oh man, dude, that's fucking sad.
But yeah, no, it wasn't even freezing then. Like, it was 37.
In my head, there's tumbleweeds rolling through this ghost town of Texas that I view Texas as, and they're like frozen tumbleweeds.
I mean, okay, that'd be funny. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that the only reason tumbleweeds happen is because it's dry as shit, and if there's snow, it's not fucking dry.
Oh, that's too bad. I kind of hoped little, like, tumbleweed snowballs kind of rolling around on their own with the wind.
Yeah, no. Like, the only reason tumbleweeds spawn is because I fucking spawned. Whatever. The only reason
spawn.
only reason tumbleweeds form is because it's dry as shit out.
Oh, and they roll to the hopefully water. That's why they're rolling around, spreading out seeds, hoping to find water closer.
No, they just go with the fucking wind.
Yeah, but isn't it, like, ultimately to, like, spread their seed and hopefully end up closer to water? Like, they don't always, but, you know.
They're not living things. They don't make choices. They just do whatever the wind. They go wherever the wind pushes them.
Are you sure you want to stick with tumbleweeds or not living things?
It's because I said spawn, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm fine with the spawn part. I'm pretty sure they're alive at some point. I mean, they have seeds.
No, they were never. I hate you so fucking much. Just start the show. Just start the fucking show.
Did.
You piece of shit.
It's called No Snow Texas.
God damn it! I hate you.
Oh my god! You know what? At least, that's nowhere near as fucking as bad as the fucking Gorilla Glue girl, and how that thing is just proliferating into just a giant bubble of retardation. The guy that glued the cup to his face. We'll just lick the glue off. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, Christ.
God,
I posted the link to the show. I posted the link to the show in the game that I've been playing in my Alliance chat. So we'll see if anybody shows up.
Immediately leaves again, like, oh God, what did they fucking send us to?
Yeah.
If that's the case,
no,
I need to be real quick with that fucking kick button.
Oh shit! That's right, I gotta watch it.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh man!
As soon as some motherfucker shows up, all right, bye, bitch.
Ooh, I have learned a valuable lesson in Overwatch. If you
don't play Overwatch?
If you qualify for silver and you play in the competitive ranks, every fucking idiot in silver thinks they're gonna 1v6. I don't know why. I just know that they all decided at some point that they are all like just little fucking like damage gods that are gonna run in there and fucking 1v6 the other team.
Yeah, it's kind of like
constantly.
that with League too. Like the lowest rank you have is Iron, but a lot of the time, the players that are in the lowest rank are actually a lot better than the people that are in fucking Bronze.
Yeah,
because
teams and they can't get that win streak to level out of that rank.
That or you're just fucking gaming and you just everything's so fucking bad.
Like I'm pretty happy with silver. Like I'm good with silver across the board. That's better than bronze. I'll take it. I'm not a particularly great FPS gamer. But goddamn, watching everybody just charge in every single round over and over is really frustrating. It's like, how can I keep these fools alive? What can I possibly do to stop them from just charging in? And then they end up with like gold medals because they'll get a pick each time they charge in, but they've effectively just fed the ult on the other team, and it doesn't matter because like, the other team's mercy will just res that person or whatever, and they keep
suiciding and shit, and like those. Yeah, but I keep getting kills. Yeah, but you're not actually helping anybody.
Yeah. The kills don't equal the win in that game. That is one of the things that people don't seem to understand. Like you can get 60 eliminations in the game, like kill 60 players and or 60 player kills and still not win the game.
All right, well, how's it going, Sweetness? Nice to see you're here.
Ditch.
Your Samaj Canada reached out and touched Texas with a little snow. They actually had snow in Texas.
A whole 3 inches. Yeah, come to Texas, Samaj. You can get 3 inches.
No.
No, that's not where I was taking that, but all right.
You're essentially guaranteeing that I'll never go to Texas.
There's a lot of good people in Texas you would want to hang out with, like Mad Metal Man
or
but I can't.
Texas. There's other people in Texas that are cool. I just can't remember.
Or like Beto O'Rourke.
No.
I mean, if by hanging out with him you mean like giving him a fucking Colombian necktie, then maybe that would be fun. I've never done that before. It'll be a new experience. We could both learn. His knowledge would be less lasting.
Beto is one of the cringiest human beings alive. And the fact that he said half the shit he said, the straight face, like...
It's like the white kids that try to be Mexican when I was in school.
Oh, what up, Holmes?
Yeah.
No.
Straight up trying to be like little Mexican gangbangers. They're like, you're white as fuck. You have red hair. You need to stop. Or the fucking Cowboys. Oh my god. Every school I ever went to in California, and we live in a city. There's no cows. Nobody's going out and wrangling cows on their fucking weekends. I mean, there are some farms nearby, but they're not. It's certainly not farm country. And there are always cowboys in school when I was in school in California. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Showing up with their cowboy hats and their little cowboy boots and their fancy little Wranglers.
Yeah. Well, we do have farms and shit here, but there are a lot of fake cowboys that have nothing to do with them, with any kind of farms or ranches or anything.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It happens almost everywhere. And they talk like they're from from Texas. Despite growing up here.
I knew a dude like that. He had pictures of himself when he was in fucking high school.
A lot of them.
Like, I didn't meet him until he was like 18, 19 years old. And he had pictures of himself when he was in like high school, like 13 or 14. And he was like a long-haired skater guy. And apparently...
Dude, that's actually a fucking common transition, dude.
Really?
I've seen that so much here. Kids that were like skaters in junior high that become cowboys in fucking high school.
It's so weird because suddenly he just shaved his head and was a cowboy at like 18.
Yeah. That's fucking bizarre, dude.
I
Oh,
mean,
it
like
was
we
weird.
get
Such a
we get the
weird
fucking
transition.
cowboys, we get the cowboy motherfuckers here, but it's because they're actually fucking
Cowboys?
cowboys.
Yeah,
I
actually
have
work
nothing
on the
against
ranch.
people that are legitimately a cowboy. Like they actually work on a farm or a ranch, and like that's what they do.
Yeah.
No, and
Their
most
fa-
of
you
them
know,
aren't
their
even that. Like
family
they
is.
just they just like the aesthetic, and they do a lot of fucking hunting, and so they're always in their fucking boots and their gaiters and all that shit.
See, that's not as bad. But if you're just straight up fucking city slicker in fucking Santa Rosa, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
I was the kid that grew up on the farm who fucking hated it. And despite me always complaining about being on a farm, because there's like nothing to do. Like I want to hang out with hang out with my friends. Can't do that. Live out on the farm. They all live in town. Can't do nothing. So I just fucking hated it. But my mom, she tried for a long time. Got me cowboy boots and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't care. I don't like it. I don't want it. Made me ride horses and stuff. I was like, can I do something else? Nope. I even when she even took me and my brother out to some rodeos. I won a couple of ribbons. Yeah, I know how to do it. Boy, I just didn't want to do it though.
Okay, but whenever they took you to the rodeo, were you the cowboy or were you the pig?
Cowboy.
Okay.
That's how this works.
I feel like you were setting up a squeal like a pig.
Oh yeah, I
thing
know
there.
what he's doing. I'm just,
No. I wasn't gonna go there. I was just saying, like, I know what Samaj looked like. Samaj is more the greased up pig that the fucking cowboys are all there trying to fucking rope up.
Ooh. Damn, dude, that's kind of
look
harsh.
that way now. I wasn't like that way then. No, I just don't care. The horses and stuff was my mom's thing. I didn't care for it.
I've ridden horses. Riding horses is a lot of fun. I always enjoyed that.
Oh,
I-
it's fun as shit when you're doing it. The next day, whenever you find out you have muscles you didn't know existed and they are in searing fucking pain.
No, I never had that. I never had that once.
Saddle. Yeah, the saddle legs. Yeah,
Maybe I just never
Yeah,
rode the
no,
horse
like that.
long enough.
Oh.
I was young and I bounced right back, so I didn't really experience that. Later on in life, I would, but no, when I was a kid, it was nothing.
I mean, I guess if you're just like if you do it from whenever you're real young, and like your body can take a little bit more, like you can. Like your muscles are a little bit less fucking developed, so like they could take a bit more of a beating and shit, and not hurt as much, and you can just get used to that if you're like do it from you're a kid to an adult. But like I did it as a kid, I was fine. I did it like when I was like it was 16 or 17 or so. Did it again? Okay? This kind of hurts. I did it as an adult. Holy shit! Never again. This is fucking painful.
Okay, maybe it's because I was a kid when I rode horses, because I never had any sort of pain from riding horses.
There was when I moved into the city and I was working for an acting company. I was doing extras for movies, and I sat in and I was waiting to hear about what jobs were available, and there was like some women there and they were doing like runway stuff, and these are amateur wannabe mall girls, and one of them is an actual like grew up on the farm, rode horses, and she has that bow leg thing. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
So bloody obvious. Like, holy fuck, your legs are forever warped in that saddle position. And the woman who was the instructor, she's like, "You walk like a cowgirl," and then she responds in the most like acts, "I am a cowgirl." And I just
yeah.
nearly
No, it's like okay. You remember like fucking years ago, whenever like the thigh gap was the thing every guy wanted.
Oh no.
I just remember this fucking one time, like this girl, she was down bad, like she had it bad for this guy, and she was sitting there just always publicly like hitting on him, like trying. He was like, well, why don't you? I got nice tits, I got a pretty face, my personality's fine, I even got a thigh gap. And he just stopped and went, "Bitch, that's not a thigh gap. You fucking bow-legged." That was a great fucking day. You just hear there's chattering everywhere. You just hear that, and everyone just gets silent. Like, God. Damn! This bitch just got murdered!
Did she keep going after that, or did she actually just
No.
walk away?
She was done. Like, you can see the soul leave her body.
Oh, damn.
Oh. That shit had me dying, though.
She had the thigh Grand Canyon.
Sounds funny as shit.
Well, what's the next super glue thing gonna be? We get the dumb bitch that put it on her hair. Who's apparently gonna actually sue fucking Gorilla Glue? God, I hope she loses.
Oh no, Gorilla Glue didn't want to deal with the lawsuit, so they just settled with her for an undisclosed amount of money.
I fucking hate that company now. I'll never buy their shit again. Fucking nope. You're gonna sit there and give money to that retarded fuck? Nah. They should have fought that one.
Oh, you didn't
I'd have
specifically
fucking
say
$100
not to spray it in
I'd
my
be happy
hair.
to send them money.
Surprised they didn't use the defense. I think she's mentally retarded, Your Honor.
It's sort of like you know how dogs get stuck together, but a little more intense.
Wait,
there
what?
you go. Oh, Samaj put a Trojan Fusion made with real Gorilla Glue condoms in the chat, like somebody photoshopped it
up. It always fucking reminds me, like, whenever, like, if you go to, like, any hardware store or anything right around Christmas, like, when everyone's doing all their Christmas decorations, like, you'll always see these signs, like, no, we don't make a male-to-male, cable. That's fucking dangerous. You're gonna die, stupid signs. Because, like, everyone will start putting up their lights and then realize whenever they get to the end, they did it fucking wrong. So they like, there's like, okay, I don't want to have to start over. So let me just go find this cable. You know what that cable is called? The suicide cable. They're not legally allowed to make them.
Damn.
Because they're dangerous as shit.
Sounds about right.
I'm sure you've answered this question before, but never when I was around, or if you did, I just didn't care because, you know, it's you speaking. But why are the two pictures that stay up there all the time just a picture of bread and a hedgehog in a mini canoe? What what the fuck are these supposed to be?
The hedgehog thing. That fucking hedgehog looks great. I always picture that's what Daytwa looks like in my head.
That was my contribution.
And because it was your contribution, I just assumed it was a selfie.
Yeah, hedgehog is my spirit animal.
Oh, okay. So
hedgehog is just my spirit animal.
You're real into that Sonic shit, huh?
Oh God. And the fucking the bread
Call him
was a
Datewatch
thing
Ken.
that started on Mad Metal Man's channel, where they would talk about bread sandwiches all the time, and so I just like got like a picture of bread. I should probably change that one out occasionally, though. If I wasn't like so incredibly incompetent. Oh, where would I even find that?
You're all right.
No, when it comes to like the technical aspect of it, I got no fucking idea what's going on. Like, let's not pretend that's not true.
Oh, we're not. He's disagreeing, dude. Yeah, that's why we had to have someone else create this fucking Discord, dude. Neither of us knows how to
Oh, that's true, yeah. There, is that better? I don't know if it's changed in the
I don't fucking know.
thing or not.
No, not yet.
There we go. Now it's changed on the stream.
All right, we'll see whenever it pops up over here.
The magic.
You say so.
Oh,
now it
no.
looks like he's really worried about the hedgehog. He's like, oh no.
Oh no, it's retarded.
Oh no, the it's retarded isn't there, so we can't get struck down. But yeah, that's exactly what comes next in that panel. Oh man. The magic of real-time stream improvement. That's what we here at Untitled Studios bring to you.
You said
and
that.
We change things up every 3 months or so.
You said that with a straight face.
Yeah.
I don't.
And I'm high as balls too, so I mean. Oh
Yeah, dude. I learned I don't smoke in public anymore. Like if I'm not like at my house or like at a friend's house and I'm just gonna be staying there for a while, I don't fucking smoke in public anymore.
Oh yeah, smoking weed with people. Yeah.
Yeah, it just one, they get too fucking chatty, and whenever I'm fucking stoned, I don't want to fucking talk to no goddamn body. Two, I passed out at the bar.
Oh shit.
You mean your favorite gay bar?
It's so fucking gay now.
Gay bar.
It's so fucking gay now. I don't know what happened. Like, I'd be fine. Like, okay, if it was just the gay bar, that'd be one thing. But it's a bunch of weird fucking, like, trannies and just people in drag and shit. I was like, this is just making me fucking uncomfortable.
What happened to a mouth is a mouth is a mouth is a mouth, man?
Oh, okay, first of all, it's only a mouth is a mouth is a mouth. You don't say it 4 times. That just makes it weird.
The 4th time was too many.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot the first time by the time I hit the 4th time. Sorry. Oh, man.
That's so much for your egalitarian mouth policy, dude.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I am a straight male. I will only get my dick sucked by other straight males. All right.
If it's going to be weird for one of you, it should be weird for both of you.
Absolutely. Ain't that right, Samaj?
It's off.
Oh, rotten silence says so your spirit animal is to poop while you run. Apparently hedgehogs poop and run away at the same time.
Sounds awesome.
It kind of works, though. I mean, that makes, that makes somebody not want to chase you.
Is that correct, Datewatchan?
I have no idea, dude. I know nothing about.
I assume it's today.
I actually know nothing about hedgehogs other than they're really fucking, they're adorable.
I just know that hedgehogs don't have belly
Pilot
buttons.
mini kayaks.
So, Sonic was sporting something out in the middle of the fucking screen every time he was on. When I'm saying hedgehogs' dicks are where Sonic's belly button is drawn on Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, he's got an innie? He's got an innie dick.
Apparently. Oh, did I tell you, I'm pretty sure 4D Mike has completely unfriended me now?
Who the fuck is 4D Mike?
He was one of the original people on the channel from way back in the day. And, like, he fucking ran into me in VR chat. We were just bullshitting and stuff. And then he was screaming at me and calling me Hitler. And then he was like...
Literally?
Dude, I'm not even fucking
literally
joking.
Hitler, huh?
It was fucking... I was saying, well, the one good thing about Trump was he was honest about what he was going to do, so you could at least make an informed decision when you vote. And then he was like, that means that you would be fine with Hitler killing the Jews as long as he told the truth first. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. What's wrong with you? That's just fucking bizarre.
He was a fucking... he's a retarded fucking lefty.
Eventually he's like, I'm going to leave now. And I'm like, well, that's a decision you get to make. Right on. I don't even know. Whatever, man.
You should have been like, yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Well, at a certain point, I was like, man, this is getting weird. I got to see where it goes. You know?
Yeah, because most people were like, this is getting weird. I should go. You're like, this is getting weird. I should stay longer.
Yeah, well, Stabby's policy is to egg someone on when they're that fired up.
If they're not fired up for something that stupid. And I'm not in the room with them, and I don't have to worry like they might like stab me or something, because personal safety comes into play there at some point. But in VR chat, I don't have to worry. So scream away. It's going to be entertaining. But no, he was literally like at the end. Rotten Silence. I think he just has some mental health issues that he doesn't have treated. Honestly, like I don't mean that like in a funny way. I mean that like I genuinely think he needs to see a fucking therapist or a counselor and work some shit out, like or take some medications or something.
He was dealing with a really bunch of fucked up family shit, right? Like somebody.
Oh yeah, no, there's all sorts of fucked up shit going on there. Like I hold no malice towards him. I mean, he's not gonna hang out with me anymore. It's certainly nothing to be mad at. You know, that's his choice. Whatever. Peace out.
Mad medication man.
Yeah. Yeah. Except I can't see Mad Metal Man just starting to call at people Hitler and scream at them for no reason, unless it was because it was funny at the time. Like it, worked as a joke at the moment. Oh man.
I would actually love seeing somebody it looks like Mad Metal Man going around Austin just randomly yelling at people, calling them Hitler, and just seeing their reactions. Like I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what the fuck to do. What the fuck is happening? Yeah. Am I gonna die?
With his fucking makeup and stuff and that voice. The devil coming at you, man.
You're going to be more likely to see me and go,
I don't know what's going on here, but that's pretty funny.
I could just see my middle man walking up, start randomly screaming, and then just going, "Holy shit! Am I gonna die?"
Man, and just that voice too, that like deep booming voice that the Mad Metal Man has. Holy shit! With that makeup and the sharp teeth.
Peter Steele typo negative voice of his.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like he's real threatening until he starts laughing. Ah.
I think of what it sounds like. It's like a mixture of like the Count from Sesame Street and something else I can't think of. God damn it. Well, I guess Peter Steele would have been the way to go there.
Peter Steele and the Count Von Count from Sesame Street.
Mad Metal Man he is a fun dude, and he sells weed paraphernalia in Texas, so you gotta have some respect for that.
You know, you'd be surprised. It's the average voter and like the average person and shit is entirely fine with weed being legal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that a lot of the fucking money in politics in Texas is coming from the fucking.
And what they don't realize is that way more money can show up for legal weed.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll stand to get a lot more in bribes than they ever would with weed being illegal. So much more money. I mean, literally, I think California actually started giving some of the fucking money back. They were just, or no, it was Colorado at one point. Like 1 year, Colorado was like, you gave us so much money that we kind of have to give you some back. Like this was too much.
And we can't even waste this much money.
That was the green return thing, right? On their state returns.
No, this was like almost 5 years ago, or I want to say it was a while ago, or maybe it was then. I don't know, but
yeah, no, like they decided that they were going to give everyone a like I don't remember what the amount was, but I know like it wasn't huge, but it was enough that it's like, hey, if it's free fucking money, it's cool, and like whenever everyone filed their
50 cents for free, I'll fucking take it. You know,
right?
But
what they were doing is like Colorado has state income tax. And so every year when you file your return there, you have to do like your federal return and your state return. And they were giving everyone a credit basically. Like, so like if you owed this much less, and if you were getting something back, then hey, you're getting this extra back on their state returns. And it was like the green return or something that they called it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty funny. They were just like, holy shit, we got all this fucking money.
Yeah. Which was really what, the people that wanted to legalize it were saying, forever. We're like, dude, tax the shit out of it, but fucking make it legal.
Yep.
And they did it, and they're like, holy shit.
Well, and then not only does... a
lot of people want to smoke weed.
Just like drug-related crime drop, which you would just assume, naturally, like, oh, okay, well, this drug is now legal. So clearly crime is going to drop. But like every other form of crime dropped, too, substantially. Like, that was the thing that really made it, like, crazy, was it was like, not only does the drug-related crime, but just random violent crime, and...
Oh yeah, the only thing that didn't drop was homicide. But then again, because 99% of the time weed doesn't have anything to do with fucking homicide.
Yeah.
So yeah, that stayed the same. But I think it was just about everything else dropped. Like it wasn't huge, but it was a noticeable difference.
Mm-hmm.
And like it couldn't just be like a coincidence because they've done it in multiple states, and the same thing has happened in every fucking state. So.
Yep. Pretty fucking nice deal.
Thunk it. Turned out the prohibition of marijuana was more harmful than just legalizing the shit.
Yeah.
It's prohibition on just about any goddamn thing is more harmful than the actual fucking thing. Let coke be legal.
Yeah.
Let me cook meth out of my RV.
Well, the meth thing, I don't have a problem with it being legal, but I would like it to at least be monitored as to how it's produced. Because some of those chemicals can blow up real fucking good.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
know,
I would love to do like some kind of documentary on the people that had meth cooking licenses, dude. That would be fucking great, dude.
I don't know why it's popped in my head, but I want to see a video. Like if it was legalized and it was made in like a factory or some sort, I want to see how it's made video about crack.
Oh God,
dude, I can do that for you. Crack is really easy to fucking make. You know what the two ingredients to fucking crack are?
crack and
baking soda?
Baking soda?
Yeah, that's all you fucking need. That's it.
You just, so can you cook it like in a frying pan? That sounds hilarious.
No. Like I mean, like you could.
Yeah, either way, though.
Like I mean, I guess technically you could, but Jesus Christ,
good idea.
Good God, no.
I'm just that image just made me, kind of fucking giggle internally.
The way you said
Somebody
Jesus
frying
Christ,
up some meth.
That is exactly how I heard every exchange where some customer asked a mechanic to do something specific to their car, where they were like, no, I need you to like do whatchamajigger, and then the mechanic would be like, Jesus Christ, no. Like, absolutely not. I'm not putting oil in your fucking like radiator. Get the fuck out of here. Just like,
Yeah, but no, I think I already told you because this happened last week. But like, I got in trouble because I told a customer that they were fucking stupid, like right to their fucking face. Because like,
did you get in trouble? But then everybody after the fact was like, fucking that was awesome, dude.
No, okay, so. You know how like we got the stimulus checks, right? That $1,200 one and the $600 one.
Oh yeah, and the other fucking ad, the one company put out the ad that said that your company fucked it up.
Basically, but no. Now, like, for the most part, everyone they fixed all the issues with the second stimulus check. For the most part, there's still some outliers where because people did some stupid shit, and now it's going to take them forever to get their money. But for the most part, everyone is either gotten or will be getting their checks on their return. Right?
Yeah.
So now that that's the case, now everyone's got their fucking money. We're getting people rolling in asking for their $1,400. So, yeah, I need my stimulus check. How do I get that? All right. Well, how much did you get on your first one? Well, I got the $1,200. How much did you get on your second one? $600. Then what are you fucking talking about? Oh, you know that $1,400 that they're talking about? You mean the thing that hasn't even gone to the floor yet?
Oh yeah,
you mean the thing that hasn't even voted on? You mean the thing that's not going to happen for another year at least? Get the fuck out of my face! You're fucking retarded. Leave. Go home. God damn it! You people are dumb.
I don't understand. Yeah, I've heard the 1,400 one, and I'm just like, why are they going to give it out? Because it's like you said, it's going to be at least another year. Like, what's the fucking point at that point? Like. None of the stimulus they've really given at this point really has any real impact on the amount of money that people have lost.
I'm like, unless you have a bunch of fucking kids, because if you got a bunch of fucking kids, then the amount of money that you got from it was significant.
Okay, so that might make the difference for some people then.
Yeah, I mean, like there are some people.
Like, I know this might sound kind of fucked up, but I think they should really prioritize people who aren't working in this and not necessarily be giving people who are working money.
Unfortunately, there's not a valid way to do that without it being
Or
And
an
I get why
efficient way.
people might see that as unfair, but
overly
it's like the only
complicated
reason-
and really
yeah.
fucking like there's not a good way to go about doing that. So
Yeah,
like
it's
if
just
they're
like the
if they're
only
gonna do a
reason-
stimulus,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
it would just have to be for everybody if they're going to do it. Like, which is why, like, I'm not opposed to universal basic income. Like
But it
with
has
some
to be to like everybody.
with some stipulations. One, it can't be a huge fucking amount of money because if it is, no one's ever gonna fucking work again.
Oh yeah, there's so
And-
many people who hate their jobs or whatever who would just be like, I'm just gonna fucking live at home and play video games all day.
Yeah, like if we did like a universal basic income of something like $7,500 or $10,000 a year, that would essentially make it to where poor people wouldn't die from being fucking poor anymore. But you would also have to give that to the rich motherfuckers as well, just because you can't just go, here's money for fucking poor people and fuck everyone else. Because like I
And
mean that's
call
what we
it a
do with like
universal income of any kind.
yeah. But like one, it would have to go to fucking everybody, and two, it can't be something to fucking live off of. It literally just has to be if you have this, you can make sure you don't fucking starve. And so for people who are working, it's some extra income. It'll always benefit them some. And then for the poor, like, all right, well, you don't have shit anyway, so this will always help you out regardless. But now you can't bitch about it. You know?
Yeah.
But like I said, like when people start talking about, well, yeah, we need to start giving like $4,000 checks a month away to people. It's like, no, are you fucking retarded? That would like instantly like $1,000 a month would be too much. But, no.
But $500 a month would be enough to keep people from dying.
Yeah.
And anybody who already works would be really happy with another $500 a month. They'd be like, hell yeah, I'll take that. That'll help me make rent.
Yeah, and like, granted, yeah, like it'll be coming out of the wealthy's taxes, but because they're technically getting it back, you can't entirely fucking complain about it, you know? Which is the reason why it has to go to them too. Because like if you're just taking more of their taxes and they get fucking nothing out of it, they will find a way to fucking get the fuck out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just human nature. Well, one of the things I've always thought was part of the issue when it comes to, like, economic policies just in general is, by and large, you're trying to take a static solution for a dynamic problem. Like whatever system you want to put in place has to be able to change with the way the system is running.
Yeah.
It can't just be like, oh no, this is the basic principle, so we're just never going to change from that. It's just always going to be this really basic thing.
Mm-hmm. I fucking lost my shit on Lyman a while back though. I love Lyman, but when Lyman starts talking about taxes,
At least when Lyman starts yelling, there's a reason for it.
no, it's just okay. When Lyman starts talking about taxes, I love him. He's my boy, but he's dead fucking wrong. It's like, well, yeah, we keep taxing the poor. What do you mean by that, Lyman? Yeah, well, we keep raising the taxes on the poor. How exactly are we doing that? Well, because we keep raising. No, we don't. No, we fucking don't. Low income households don't fucking pay tax. In fact, they get paid for having more and more kids. They don't fucking pay taxes.
Yeah, the more and more kids getting you more and more money, that's a real big part of the problem.
I mean, there are people who they'll make like $10,000-$15,000 throughout the year between both parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have nothing withheld. they don't have just nothing. Like they make that, plus they get like food stamps or family care, things like that, which you don't report that shit on your taxes unless you're filing head of household, which most of them fucking aren't because they're either fucking single or married, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. So they'll make like $10,000-$15,000 throughout the year, and then they'll get their return back, and they'll be getting $10,000-$15,000 on their return. And they have essentially paid zero in and are getting paid double their wages for the year for having children. And it's like, oh yeah, we keep taxing the poor. No, we aren't.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, Lyman watches the Young Turks too much, I think.
Well, it's
Which
not
is, if
watching
you watch
the
them
Young
at
Turks,
all.
it's believing them that's the problem. Like,
Yeah,
you can watch Young
point.
Turks all day as long as you don't believe the shit they start saying.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I actually felt kind of bad. Like there was one couple who they, in the long run, because they made more money last year by about like $20,000 between the two of them, they usually get back, a few $100s. Like basically, they take out the maximum withholding, and so they get back a part of their withholding, and that's it. But they owed $6,000 because they made $20,000 more.
Oh no!
So that extra $20,000 was really only, $11,000.
Oh, it's too bad. It's like the one instance where that extra pay gets you just into the higher tax bracket and it ends up fucking you in the end of the year kind of thing. Like the one possible way that actually can happen.
I mean, kind of not. It's not exactly how it works, but sure.
It's not the same thing, but it's what that kind of story probably gets based off of.
Yeah.
As people hear about something like that, and then they're like, "Oh God!" So if you make just enough, you end up losing money for the year.
Well, yeah, no, and like when people are talking about like those like 50% tax brackets and shit, it's not because that's your tax on the year. No, it's whenever you're making you're getting big checks all at once, like whether it's from like fucking an annuity or the fucking lottery or like just some giant settlement, right?
Yeah. I can see.
They're taking tax on that at the tax rate of that fucking check, right? Which is astronomical. And so that's why people who make whenever they say hey, I won $10 million in the lottery, how much did you pay in taxes? Well, 5 point something. Yeah, because they're gonna take your fucking the tax on that as if that's your tax bracket, not at the end of the year. They'll just take it then.
Yeah. And
yeah, it's fucked up.
Well, with the lottery though, that's kind of common knowledge. I think that's a fair point to be like, and it's windfall. It's not like you earned anything.
Well, it'd be one thing if this was some private thing and they had to pay their taxes on what they were giving out, fine. But they're not, because this is a state-run thing.
Oh yeah, that actually is a good point. I didn't think of it from that perspective. From that perspective, it doesn't make sense that there's any tax at all. Just do it like Canada does,
Well, and I don't get why we have fucking taxes on unemployment. Just give them less and let that be untaxable income.
Oh, you know what? That's probably one of those, the fucking Democrats get to say, hey, we're paying you more for unemployment, and the Republicans get to say, yeah, but we're taxing it.
I don't know. It's just fucking dumb. Well, because it screwed a lot of people over this year.
Oh, that's just to say raised all the unemployment
because
payments.
You have to ask them to take withholding out. Oh, no, that too. But you have to go fill out a form whenever you get unemployment and ask them to take your withholding out. And your choices are 0% or 10%. That's it.
And always pick take out 10%. You don't want to.
Yeah, but a bunch of people didn't do that.
Oh, fucking idiots!
A metric shit. Well, because most people didn't fucking know because they've never been on unemployment before.
I've only been on it once, and I had them take my taxes out. It wasn't a real hard fucking choice.
Well, okay. Did they tell you and give you the form and have you fill it out? Because a lot
you
of
know
places
what?
won't fucking do that.
I did. You know what? It was a special circumstance because it wasn't the unemployment people giving me the forms. The company I worked for was moving to another state, and so they got us all set up. And they said, "Hey, you should fill out this other form too, and make sure they take your taxes out so you're not fucked."
Yeah.
So
Well,
okay, you know what? I didn't think about that until the way you put that. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. They had it all in an envelope for you, ready to go with instructions and shit."
Yeah. And they don't normally do that. So like a bunch of people who, especially last year, was their first and only year to ever have to do unemployment. And you know they were getting like upwards of like some people got as much as like $40-something thousand total, because like they lost a really good job, and a portion of it is how much you were making before you lost your job.
Yeah. I remember when I got unemployment, it was super high because I had been working for like 6 months. I'd been working 80 hours a week at 2 different jobs.
Yeah.
And so I got essentially like there was no downgrade in my normal check. I just got like I think like $1,200 a month or something.
And plus the additional $600, which went to fucking almost everybody, because like the cap on it was unless you were making more than 40 grand in unemployment, you still got the extra $600 a month, which most people weren't fucking getting. So everyone got that extra $600 once a month, and so like people were getting significant amounts of money through unemployment and not taking any taxes out. And there are people who were owing like fucking 4, 5, 6 grand this year, and they're used to getting a refund, and they're like, oh, I don't know what to fucking do now. Like how am I supposed to fucking pay that?
No, well, probably the best way is withholding extra from your fucking income over the course of the next year, because that kind of money for a lot of the people right now, that's the only possible way you could do it.
I mean, essentially, what you have to do is you just have to before April 15th or before November 15th, like if you file an extension, you have to go in and just request like, hey, here's some money, IRS, please don't fucking garnish my wages. I'll send you more later, and then hopefully they don't decide to start fucking with you before the next tax year, and you'll just not get shit next year.
I thought
and
they were
that'll
pretty decent about putting together like payment plans. Like as long as you were willing to pay, they're willing to work with you, kind of thing.
Here's the thing, like you can set up payment plans with them, but they do expect you to pay a certain amount every 3 months, and if you can't, then you just have to hope that they don't fuck with you until next year.
Oh, okay, so it even gets it's worse, and okay, that's really obnoxious.
I mean, yeah, and like if you owe like fucking like a couple $100, and it's like, hey, I don't have that, let me take care of that later, they'll be like, all right, yeah, fine, just like as long as you're letting us know. But like people who owe like fucking 5-6 grand, it's like, yeah, I don't know, I can't fucking pay that.
Yeah,
like not just like right now, like I can't fucking pay that. So all that extra shit that they did last year to try to supposedly try and help people really fucked a lot of people over.
Well, and then like I said, and I don't think people realize it. It's probably not going to be too long before we start seeing food shortages.
How so?
Because a lot of people died in other countries, especially in like the third world countries and shit. That's going to affect a lot of our fucking food, I would assume. Because don't we get most of our food imported? I thought most of our food went to China for super cheap, and then most of our food that we actually eat like comes from other countries.
No, I most of our fruits and shit come from other countries, but we like all of our meats are from here. Most of our vegetables and shit come from here. We're actually fairly self-sustaining when it comes to food. But yeah, like we import most of our fruits.
Oh, so maybe it'll just be the fruits and stuff then. It'll probably be some of the processed foods though.
Yeah, that too. Like a lot of the processed foods do come from overseas.
Yeah, and I'm not talking like starvation or anything. I'm just saying like there's gonna start like shit's gonna be like weirdly like running out of stuff all the time.
I can't find this specific brand of mac and cheese that I like. I'm dying.
Oh, it's more serious than that, but yeah.
You know, like the U.S. is actually really self-sufficient when it comes to food. Like we don't, like we import a lot of stuff, but it's not a lot of like
More
necessary
luxury
things.
stuff.
Yeah, like but all of our
So
fucking.
you can definitely
like,
then Hollywood is going to be the worst. They're gonna be putting out like starving in Africa fucking commercials, but Hollywood. This actress hasn't had access to fresh kale in 3 months. She's barely alive. Oh man.
I hate people.
You know, just Denzel Washington at the head of the line looking up at Rosie O'Donnell. Please, miss, can I have some more? I just had to include all the racial and gender changes because they'd have to make it PC.
What the fuck?
Oliver Twist could be black? Well, then the fucking overseer could be a lesbian. Is that what they call the person that runs the orphan house? Like the orphan master or like...
Headmaster.
Headmaster.
Usually.
Okay.
Orphan master.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was pretty bad.
It was bad, but it wasn't screeching to a halt bad.
it was a more fantastic joke.
Yet that was the result.
Oh man.
It's gonna sound like I'm leaving, but
Hey, if I'm not here when you get back, great time.
Oh man. Slowly, everybody just gives up on life. They're like, I'm done. Oh man, maybe Satan finally got one of those trannies to go home with him from his new gay bar. You know, for a straight dude, he spends an awfully lot of time around gay bars and trying to get like other dudes to come blow him. If you think about it,
I choose not to.
Point.
oh man, I wonder how much fucking Glue Girl got. I'm really curious. Like, did they pay her fucking medical bills or something?
Dude, I think her GoFundMe made like 20 grand.
Oh, so her medical bills are paid. Yeah, okay, God.
Yeah, I think they said she found like a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills or somewhere that did it for like 12 grand. So she definitely fucking
When you're like
profited.
budget shopping plastic surgeons for your fucking super glued dome.
I don't understand people like being like, oh, that was a reasonable thing to do. We should really help you, fix that situation.
Like, everybody seems to have this weird vindictive streak when it comes to companies potentially being sued. They're like, let's get them. It's like, even if the company didn't do anything wrong, it's really not a good way to look at it.
Dude, I really don't understand. Like, I'm really started thinking, like, is it a cultural thing? Like, is it just like white people that know that you shouldn't stick glue on any part of your body? Especially not fucking super glue type shit.
Yeah, you're right. Both the people that super glue shit to their faces or heads were black. That is true.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know.
You know what it is? I know what it is. It's
That's white privilege?
No, it's not white privilege. What do they call that shit that they where they like fucking rank the people based on
ignorance?
Well, it's
the progressive stack.
Yeah, the progressive stack. What's the I forget what it's based off of though, like the belief system. But it's
intersectionality. Is that
intersectionality's fault. It's intersectionality's fault because they're being taught they can't trust what the white man says. So when the white man says you shouldn't spray glue on your fucking skin, Well, he must be lying.
Yeah, they just don't want us to benefit from the glue in the hair.
It's
and
exactly
skin.
it's intersectionality, teaching people that kind of nonsense.
Maybe I'm just jaded from all the shit that's been going on, but I'm actually starting to wonder if this was all fake, and what this was is a very elaborate promotional ad for Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious, wouldn't it? God damn.
That would be brilliant. I wouldn't even be mad.
I
That's
don't know.
inspired drifting.
I'm starting to think this is all fake. Starting to think that no way someone's that retarded.
Maybe Gorilla Glue paying her off because they didn't think she would actually super glue her hair to her head when they were like, look, we want you to do this as a prank on the internet. It'll be great.
It's the easiest case to win. I mean, they had nothing to lose if she actually sues them. But
no, she sues and loses unless the lawyers took the case pro bono. She stands to be paying a lot of legal fees.
Right. So,
Yeah.
but they paid her anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not surprising. It's usually a lot cheaper to just pay them off than to go to court and fight.
Yeah, is there such a thing as a frivolous lawsuit anymore? Because it seems like everything, no matter how ridiculous, seems to benefit people.
Yeah, because stupidity pays now.
Yeah, my brother just didn't pay a bill for a really long time, and then paid it again for like 2 months, and then just stopped paying again, and now he's going to court for that. So it doesn't always benefit people. Sometimes it benefits the company.
You should have just never paid, dude.
I just think
It
we
would've been
need
past
more
the
lions
foyer.
in the streets.
More lions in the streets. Why would people telling lies help in the streets?
No lions.
No, he understood.
That correction was unnecessary.
Oh, the vindictiveness of that correction too. He understood.
He knew.
Oh.
He knew what he was doing.
Guy.
How would painting more lines on the streets help?
Oh, lions.
Oh, lions. Are they dandy? These lions.
Ah, ow. Ouch. Even for you, man.
That was fucking terrible.
You nailed it.
Oh.
I'm not happy that you exist.
Oh god, that was truly horrific. Oh, now I know why that guy really stopped hanging out with me. Just like one too many of those jokes. He was like, "Fucking, you're Hitler. I'll kill you." He just snapped. Oh god.
With that pun, you're actually worse, literally worse than Hitler.
That just blew my mind. I was like, wait. So you would rather politicians didn't tell the truth and you just chose based on a crapshoot? He's like, well, I'd rather a politician lie about being evil and then be good. And I'm like, well, why would that ever happen?
Yeah, again, I suppose we all would.
What circumstances would they benefit by lying about being evil ever? Under what situation?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the leftist mindset in a fucking nutshell, dude. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Do you get up and do
I would rather
speech like,
something happen that would never happen.
Because you want to get in the office? I mean, like I can just see a politician being like, I'm going to take bribes. I'm gonna peddle influence. I'm gonna use my influence to fuck young children. You know, like, and just get elected, but not do any of it. That's totally how that works all the time.
Yeah, but again, he's a bleeding heart type, dude.
I thought that was hilarious, though. I just was like, how can you say that and not realize just how absurd that concept is? Because it makes sense to lie about being good. Like, I'm going to make sure to raise the welfare checks and blah-de-blah-blah or whatever. We're going to get businesses going. We're going to put corporations out of business. Whatever nonsense they they need to sell, and then get an office and be like, hell no, I'm just going to take certain checks and then just pretend and give lip service to this and that. Oh, we tried. We just couldn't do it.
I don't.
Brilliant.
I want to hear the example.
What example?
The example of a politician that lied about being evil and then did really good things instead.
Yeah.
What one example, please? Prove that exists.
Yeah, the whole fucking concept is fucking utterly absurd, dude.
Oh, man.
That's fucking wacky lefty.
I don't know if he's... Yeah, I guess he's super left now. Yeah.
Dude, he always was. You remember us arguing about fucking how Christianity was fucking more hostile and violent than Islam?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about
It's
that.
just bad.
Yeah, that was fucking dumb. It didn't make any sense at all. It's like they literally throw gay people off of roofs in like Islamic countries and like beat women to death and shit.
No. Remember, they weren't throwing them off of roofs. They were trying to stop them from committing suicide. Remember? That's
really,
what it
really
was.
trying. We tried so hard, he fell anyway. It was weird.
Yeah, if he just turned not gay by the time he hit the ground, he would have survived.
They tried so hard. He got so
Stop.
far.
Guess in the end, it just didn't matter.
Oh. Thank you, Samaj. That was an excellent end. Why are we not all professional stand-up comedians? I don't know.
Oh God!
Because you're bad at this.
Because we're not fucking funny.
It would be
I was
great
just
to
looking-
go up on stage and just make a bunch of puns.
No,
That would be some interesting anti-comedy.
They
the
just
audience
start
would
throwing
be
their
just
glasses at you, man.
the audience would be soccer moms. It would be terrible, fucking terrible.
Oh man, I bet they'd get a kick out of it though.
I don't know why, but that just made me think of that Tom Myers guy. Remember the one I sent you? The guy who was fucking... It was so unfunny, but he still managed to be a comedian. Still being a comedian.
Oh, have you heard some of, like, the
Unironically
new
said,
people?
I'm just doing my job. Like, firefighters running into the buildings on 9/11.
Oh, have you heard like the
yeah.
new comedy, like the newest up and coming comedy and shit?
You mean the meta bullshit?
It's just terrible. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't even make sense. It's just bizarre, illogical nonsense that will never reach a wider audience.
It's corporately approved comedy. Therefore it's not comedy.
It's like
Just
pie
like
in
that-
face, ha 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 ha, and then everybody's supposed to laugh, and you're like, I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. Well, the dude I'm talking about really thought he was like super edgy and fucking pushing the boundaries, and this comedy fucking sucked, and it wasn't edgy at all.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I watched the video that you sent me of that dude. Yeah, he was pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling the other guys because they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I never know what the fuck you're talking about, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, there was
Dude, you've got to see that shit. It's amazing.
there
how
was a
delusional
video
that
it
dude
linked
is.
to of Ron White. You know, the guy from the fucking Blue Collar Tour.
Yeah.
Take
Right.
all me tater salad. It was him with really long hair and clearly like 20 years younger, and he was still doing all the bits he does now, except 20 years before.
Really?
It was just him telling the same joke about going to the bar and getting thrown out that he tells in every fucking
right.
routine.
Getting
just-
thrown into public.
Yeah, exactly. It's that same exact joke, and it's word for word almost identical. He clearly sets it up for each city that he's in.
Wow. That sucks. That dude's actually pretty funny, dude.
It's a great bit. It's just funny that that's what he's been doing for like 20 fucking years. Just been milking that.
He definitely does other shit, dude. It's not like that's all he does. But that is fucking weird that he's still doing that same fucking joke. Although I don't know, man. Some comics make the fucking assertion that they're like musicians. You know, musicians are obviously playing the same songs when they go on tour. I don't agree, but some of them, like Seinfeld, apparently still does bits from fucking 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, he does real old bits.
Yeah, again, I disagree, but I mean, kind of.
Doesn't Bert Kreischer do a thing where he'll have the audience like shout out bits and he'll do old bits like at the end of his sets?
Yeah, he sucks, dude.
I just think once you reach a certain mass appeal, maybe there's a certain amount of audience that just always wants to see you do that same fucking bit that you've done 50 fucking times before.
Do the machine.
Yeah.
The fucking machine, dude. Jesus Christ.
I love that bit though. Like, it is a good bit.
The first 20 times.
Yeah.
Until you realize that that's the only thing Bert Kreischer's ever done that's really funny.
Oh, he rips his shirt off a lot. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you know, I wonder if that would be... if anybody else could even do that bit now, or if it's just too associated with him. Well, I think you could just rip your shirt off and that'd be funny. Like, especially if you did it apropos of nothing.
Oh, like Bert?
No. Bert like builds up to it now. Like he's always like, you know, getting the audience into it and shit.
I guess it is his thing.
I just think like, you know, it's like if Jerry Seinfeld was in the middle of one of his punchlines and just tore his shirt off, it'd be fucking hilariess. You know, like it would just be like,
okay, I would actually have a lot of money to see that.
Yeah, if Seinfeld did it, yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Seinfeld even still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Still to this day, the like he is always among like the top 3 highest paid comedians of all or like of the year.
Oh, because he's still making residuals on fucking Seinfeld.
Oh no, like
he's still touring, dude.
He's still touring.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he fucking rakes them in. All he has to do is go up there, tell a few of his old jokes, and then
like
scream.
One of those Vegas comedians, like, but without having to stay in Vegas. That's crazy. Damn.
Yeah, his crowd's got to be super fucking old though. Seinfeld.
You'd be surprised. There's actually a like he's having a resurgence of like newer, younger fucking people getting into his shit because like Seinfeld for whatever reason is popular again. I don't get it, but it is.
No, a lot of the younger people now.
It's people his girlfriend's age or his wife's age.
But no, a lot of younger people now, because I say this on VR Chat a lot of younger people now gravitate towards older music and older comedy and older movies and older shows because
the new stuff sucks.
Entertaining, and these new things aren't at all entertaining.
Yeah,
new media is fucking terrible.
Yeah. So it's like they'd rather watch like Short Circuit than fucking whatever, you know, Jennifer Lawrence is starring in next. You know, it's pretty crazy.
Short Circuit, that's the one with the robot, right?
Where the robot comes alive. Johnny Five is alive.
Okay, all right. God, I haven't thought about that movie in a while.
But you got to admit, that's a better
I don't know if I asked
than
this
like
last
99% of what comes out in the theater, or would if we still had theaters.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think I've watched that since I was like a teenager. I wonder if that holds up. That movie hold up?
Yeah,
it probably does. I wouldn't be surprised if it holds up. But if it starts growing in popularity again, there's going to be articles about how it's racist because the Indian guy's like a white dude playing an Indian person.
Oh yeah. It's definitely not an actual
Richard Stevens. Yeah.
Although maybe it won't. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. somehow has dodged that whole blackface stuff.
Well, not really. They try and get him on it every fucking year, and they just fail on it every single year.
Well, yeah, because the character was making fun of people in blackface. It wasn't like he just did blackface. It's too hard because that character is so clearly satirical that there's just nothing to fucking pin down, I think.
That doesn't matter with fucking leftists nowadays, dude. If that movie came out now, they'd fucking rip him, dude.
Oh yeah, no. If it came out
And the
now,
fact that
he'd be done. That'd be the last fucking thing he ever did.
Iron Man would never have happened. Oh, I guess that would have already happened. Never mind.
Oh man, he'd have to go like adopt like 10 African kids to get over on that one. Ooh, I wonder when that's gonna start happening. Because like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt already adopted a bunch of African kids. I just wonder like if that's gonna start becoming like a way to get out of like being in trouble for shit.
Come on, they adopted a black baby. Let me off the hook.
Didn't Madonna also do that?
She adopted like 9.
Yeah, dude, a bunch of fucking celebrities did it, dude.
Well,
yeah.
you know, it was a buy one get 8 free deal on the
Too good to
Serengeti,
pass up.
and so they fucking. Oh god.
Yet I don't know. I've never seen those kids. Like, are they well? Are they even still there? Are they in a dungeon? Or are they now hired help?
They're all working on the one guy's private island, Lolita Island or whatever it was. They're all
Under
workers
new
there.
management.
Yeah, they leased them out to the Clintons, and the Clintons used them as like maids and butlers and stuff.
All right.
Oh man, what was this joke I saw? What if babies' eyes worked like baby teeth and they just fell out at one point when they were growing up, and then like
Yeah, why did you say that? Why did you put that thought in my head?
I swear to God, there's like a fucking counter in your head that like every hour, like, hey, it's time to say the weirdest shit anybody's ever heard.
That wasn't mine though. That was something I heard off the internet.
You repeated it.
How can you not? Isn't that a fascinating idea?
Yeah, that is one that you kind of have to repeat. I'll give you that.
You know, the baby gets to like 3 years old, their eyes just fall out. Oh, they're getting their adult eyes. Do you save them like in a little jar for the kid?
What is wrong with you?
All right, you've officially put way too much thought into this, dude.
Oh, I'll leave the teddy bear company out of it then.
Don't ask. None of you fucking ask. None of you.
Doctor Strange movie better be fucking good. Just getting off this topic.
Oh, the Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
Segue somehow.
My
comics in there.
my hopes are quite high for this movie because it's Sam Raimi directing it, and I love Sam Raimi's movies. So, well, older movies. Spider-Man was good. Okay, I killed it.
Sorry, I'm just.
Should we go back to the
It
movie,
still
guys?
accomplished the goal, dude.
Did it really?
Close enough, dude.
Close enough.
Do you think the storyline that they're going to use is something that'll appeal to people enough to keep going with it?
I think if theaters don't reopen and they don't get it out there, I don't think it's going to make a lick of difference.
Wow, yeah. I don't think theaters are going to reopen anytime soon. Even though people are getting vaccinated at this point, they're just going to be like, nah, we still can't have more than like 10 people in a fucking room. Which is, literally just a direct violation of the right to assemble. And people are going to just have to start ignoring it. Because I don't see any other way. Like, no, they're never going to undo the restrictions. It doesn't matter what happens, how much time passes. Keeping people from actually talking with each other only benefits them. If we only interact through social media, which they control, and their algorithms alter the reality of the perception of reality so far, the last thing they want is people to actually hang out in bars and restaurants and fucking, theaters and anywhere that they might accidentally converse.
Well, I do know, like when Project Veritas did their little video on Twitter, they did have to acknowledge that they are actually losing a lot more than they expected in users. People are just leaving Twitter, and
Yeah.
similar stuff. Yeah, similar stuff was being said from Mark Zuckerberg when they did the Facebook video. So people
Yeah,
are
when I
just
stopped
leaving.
using Facebook and Twitter, it was like, oh, this is so much nicer.
Hmm. Well, and the people are going to other platforms such as like Telegram, which I was gonna make a Telegram account and I saw they needed my phone number, so it's kind of iffy. I'll probably just do it, but for now it's like, eh.
Yeah, I don't like that whole, like, we need your phone number nonsense. No, you fucking don't.
I think it's like a security thing,
No,
so
they
that
just
way.
want it so that they can hold it over your head so you'll behave a little better.
I mean, I suppose like I
And they
could
can
always
also
just
sell it
change.
to a bunch of people, and then you get one more fucking
Oh,
sales
there
call
you go.
every week.
There's the right answer.
Sell it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like social media makes zero money from you using it. They just want you to log on
Your
so that
data
they can
is what they
have
sell,
your information and fucking sell it.
Which, in and of itself, isn't a bad thing, provided that they're not intentionally trying to alter the way you think by using social media algorithms. Because you didn't vote for fucking Twitter. Twitter shouldn't be trying to change your fucking mind. They should just be allowing you an access to a network, and then things should evolve naturally as to what gets popular and what doesn't.
Ideally,
I think what they ought to do is just have a website that is very, or an app or whatever, that's very similar to basically what Twitter was like 6 years ago, back before it started getting really, really shitty.
Yeah. Raising the character count.
Yeah. And no fucking modification. No moderation, no regulate. Literally, unless you're doing something that is fucking illegal,
Yeah.
you're
Don't
good.
get involved, yeah. Well, and the only thing you would have to make sure is that as long as people can mute and block each other, then there's nothing to complain about. If you don't like what that guy's saying, just fucking block him. You don't have to hear it. But you don't get to decide for the other 10 people that might want to hear what that dude's saying, whether or not they get to listen. That's simple. I think what's going to end up happening, probably not anytime soon, but in the long run, is social media is probably going to end up being controlled by the government.
Christ, I forgot how, like, light it is outside whenever there's fucking snow on the ground.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't
Black
look like
Tigers.
nighttime. It still looks fucking like day outside.
Man, what is it like trying to walk through the sand when the snow melts out in the desert of Texas?
Why are you like this? Why are you the way that you are?
Because, I don't know, fucking weed? Weed is... I blame weed.
I'm guessing it's one of two things. Either you got beat too much, or you got touched too much.
I did get beat up all the time when I was a kid. Like literally every day. So it's probably a
Good.
beat too much thing.
Good. I'm glad. Oh, I hate you.
I kind of would rather be touched. At least then I would be like, oh, well, at least somebody liked me. Sorry, that was fucking too dark.
Damn, dude.
That was too fucking dark.
Yeah, even for you, dude. Holy shit.
I just immediately understand that. I was
Jesus,
like, wow,
man.
that was too far. Oh, wow. And that's why our channel got banned. Oh, goddamn. If we had a sizable audience, that would probably be what it was, though. Like fucking... Because sooner or later, they'd shut it down, but...
Yeah, what would be the last straw?
Like, you can't joke about that.
Oh, but I actually, one of my favorite episodes of, like, anyone watch Shameless?
I've watched, like, the first season of it. And it
Okay.
was pretty fucking interesting.
You know, like in the later season, it gets a bit weird. Like a lot fucking weird.
Fucking from where it started? I'm gonna have to go back and start watching
from-
that shit again.
from-
God damn.
From where it started, like that is the tamest it ever fucking gets.
Damn.
Like actually no, probably season 2 is probably the tamest it ever gets. Season 1's still a bit out there.
Because I remember at one point they just fucking like knock someone out with something and then fucking ship him to Canada. Like, I mean, some fucked up shit happens on that show.
Reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. Oh man. And then that one guy gets like addicted to that one lady's hand jobs or whatever it is.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Where he's just like, I'm gonna do anything she tells me, just as long as I keep getting them hand jobs.
No, but anyway, you remember the neighbor Kevin?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay. Anyway, he has. It turns out there's a bunch of kids from his football team or basketball team or whatever that he played with in high school that all got molested. Everyone except for him.
Oh no.
And he got real. he was real sad that he was the only one that didn't get molested.
God. So I
He was like, "What's wrong, Coach? Did you not
to make that joke?" Thank you, thank you, Kevin. Did you try to get the coach to molest him later?
Yeah.
Because it's the natural progression of that joke. He's got to get the coach to fucking touch him after that. He's like, "No, come on, you can rape me. I won't even struggle."
But he's going around asking everybody, is like, man, like I was a cute kid, right? Like if you were into kids, like you'd fuck me, right?
That's a question you want somebody to ask. Oh man.
Yeah, no, it was fucked up.
I feel better about that joke now. Not a lot better, because it's still really fucked up, but like a little bit better. It wasn't just me. See, again, why are we not comedians? Like, can you imagine how...
I did the whole comedian thing. I apparently liked cocaine and drinking a lot more than I liked being funny.
Oh, that's a problem. Can you do the cocaine and the drinking in front of the audience in a funny way?
I wish. They tend to frown on that.
the people that run the clubs don't want you doing illegal drugs in front of the audience. You know,
Yeah, they have a bit of an issue with all the drug use and the being a fucking.
Well, I went to a Lollapalooza where like fucking Snoop Dogg was up on stage smoking a joint, and he's like, "Hey, if the cops try to come for me, you guys stop them," because he's Snoop Dogg, and you know. To be honest, though, at that point, like, even as naive as I was like, you could just stand in the fucking audience for 2 seconds and get high. Like, there's so much fucking weed smoke in the air. That's not what the cops are going to be worried about.
Right.
Because, I mean, they were just hotboxing the stadium, basically.
Yeah, no, I went to a fucking comedy club that Cheech Marin was performing at. Or no, sorry, not Cheech Marin, Tommy Chong.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was high before I even got in the place.
How could you go to a Tommy Chong thing and not be high?
No, I was like, you know what? I probably don't need to smoke. I'll just get a contact high there. Holy shit, my contact high was too much.
You were so high, you were like, oh wow, this is far more than I thought. Your power with the Force was greater than you never imagined it could be. Was it funny?
Oh no! I mean, from what I remember, I remember sitting there with my little chinky eyes, basically sitting there with my eyes closed, sitting there at the show, like, yeah, man, this is
Oh,
great.
that's really stoned. Yeah, that way your eyes are glued shut.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really
it's like
fucking stoned.
I can see, but I know my eyes are closed.
And you didn't bring or smoke any weed there. You were just inhaling the air of the. fucking,
Yeah,
God
I was
damn.
literally just inhaling the air.
At least you knew what it was. And then in Lollapalooza, I was still like in high school, so I was still like straight edge. I'm never gonna drink or do drugs or do any of that kind of stuff. So I don't think I realized like I definitely got really fucking high that night. Oh man. Has anybody else noticed that YouTube suggestions now are just
Terrible.
like bizarrely like on a whole nother level of terrible though? Like they've always been bad for like the last few years. But like suddenly like the last month or something, they don't suggest anything worth watching in any way, shape, or form. It's so bizarre. It's like nothing related to what you're watching, nothing that's even remotely interesting.
Well, they'll show you something if it's like a innocuous thing, like a Simpsons clip. You watch one Simpsons clip, they'll recommend you tons of that. Same thing with South Park, but anything news related, no.
Oh yeah, I
No.
watched a Daria clip, and now I can't stop getting animated shows. Like a
Actually, that's
30-second
the other
Daria
thing.
clip, and now it's nothing but clips of fucking cartoons and shit. And I'm like, I mean, what?
Actually, I never clicked on a Daria clip, but I'm getting those as well.
Right? It's just such fucking weird suggestions.
I don't get it.
And here's the thing: I've never watched Daria on YouTube of any kind.
It's not even a good show.
Oh, I love the show. It's one of my favorites. But yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say Dario's not bad. Dario's
I
pretty good.
own the DVD set, so that's why I've never watched it on YouTube. I just plug in a DVD. I watch the whole thing if I want. But it's such a weird thing. It was never popular. Yeah, it's never been popular since when it was out. Like it was popular for a little while for like a few people, and then faded away fairly quickly. It's not one of those things that like has a lot of nostalgic value for anything. Like it's not gonna get an audience again.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, just sad white girls.
Yeah, and it's just such a weird thing that it's suddenly coming back.
It's just sad white girls that think they're smart. It's like, no, you're not smart. You're just like you're not introspective. You're just a sad, lonely white girl.
Yeah, but either way, like it's it's just such an odd suggestion, and I get a lot of Simpsons clips and Bob's Burgers or whatever, which I've never looked up Simpsons or Bob's Burgers or anything like that on YouTube. So just it's bizarre clips, and now it won't stop giving me like out of every 8 or what is it, like 10 suggestions you get at a time? I don't know. It's like 4 or 5 of them are all music mixes.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't understand why I would want that many different music, like, playlists. It's like, it's not even, I gotta start watching like music on something else or something, because, God, it's so bad.
I actually like watching every once in a while. I like watching react to music channels.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
dude, I hate those the most because I can't ever fucking get like I've watched like 2 reaction videos in the history of my fucking channel existing, and I get recommended hundreds of thousands of reaction channels. I actually went and got an extension on Google Chrome that just gets rid of the reaction channels. Like if it has reaction in the tags,
God,
it just takes it out. And YouTube sent me an email telling me I was a racist.
That's fucking funny, because I literally, I like reaction videos. Like, there's a channel I watch that's all they do. And I've watched a bunch of other reaction videos, and I don't get suggestions for any of them, even the one I'm subscribed to with notifications. Like, I don't get to see any of their videos unless I specifically, like, look up the channel. So how odd that you get nothing but reaction videos and I don't get any, and I would be more than happy to watch some of those.
I fucking hate them, dude.
Yeah, actually, I've watched a lot, dude, and I don't get them suggestions without any fucking weird
Or like
extension thing.
the guy you recommended me, Dates Wild, the Gundam guy. Like I'm
It's a
subscribed to his
Gundam?
channel. Yeah, it's a Gundam, and I don't see his videos unless I look for him. You know?
Yeah.
Which him I
I
get.
still
Some
get
of his stuff's
notifications
kind of
for
political, but the reaction shows channel though actually has nothing to do with the political. And then there's a bunch of history channel stuff, like history stuff that I watch, and none of those get suggested to me anymore. And it's like I don't understand why I wouldn't want to keep watching these. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's bizarre, dude.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to kill their fucking network. Because honestly, like, I'm just gonna stop watching YouTube. Like, there's just no reason for me to keep going on there.
Yeah, they mainly want you to watch fucking the late show clips.
I don't get those anymore.
Shit like that.
I've managed to make their algorithm stop giving me late show clips, and I guess maybe I'm being punished. Like, you don't want to take the fucking late show pill. You're fucking done, buddy.
Yeah, you don't want to hear the 90,000th Trump Orange Man bad joke from Jimmy Kimmel?
They're kicking me out of the fucking Matrix.
Yes.
I just
don't
thought
get
it was
red
fucking
pill,
weird
I just
that
get kicked
I
out.
got a fucking message from YouTube saying that I was a racist for not wanting to fucking watch reaction videos.
Your neighbors called and reported you to YouTube.
You don't want to watch black dudes react to Alice in Chains? Fucking racist.
Why does Allison wear chains?
Shut up.
I'm sorry, I'll stop being Hitler.
Seriously, will my team fucking get out here and help me kill this guy? Holy shit. This new tank in Paladins needs a fucking nerf.
Oh, yeah, new characters usually come out too damn strong in those games. I wonder when Overwatch is going to get a new character. Or I also keep hearing about Overwatch 2, but it keeps never happening.
They probably are doing it, but and that's probably why they haven't had any new characters, because they're investing all their time into the new game.
Should be interesting.
It'll probably come out before Half-Life 3.
I don't think Half-Life 3 is ever going to come out, though, isn't it? Isn't that one of those things that's like actually been canned forever, and they said it was canned, and people just kept not thinking it?
No, I think they keep like pretending it might come out for some fucking reason, but it never does.
I never played any of the other Half-Life, so I don't know like if they're that good or whatever.
Well, there was like
it's pretty fucking good, dude.
There was a Half-Life game of some sort that came out recently. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't think it was like the main characters from the last one. I think it was like a spin-off game. So they're doing something.
Oh, that's just fucked up. Like everybody wants Half-Life 3 and they're like, we're going to do a spin-off. Fuck you.
Well, I think at this point they'll take anything.
Yeah, basically it's like a DLC, basically just DLC.
Oh, that.
But yeah, people are so starved for it. Yeah, dude, I love the fucking Portal games, dude. That shit was fucking. That was a pretty fun little game.
I never played Portal either.
You are missing out, my friend. So you don't get the cake is a lie reference, dude. You have to play that game.
I've seen enough Portal memes and Portal gameplay that I totally get the cake is a lie thing.
Okay, well then you're good, dude.
Because YouTube used to like let people do Let's Plays all the time, you know. So even though I still would have played, you know, Portal, at least I understand what the memes are.
Okay, yeah, dude, this thing needs a fucking nerf. This is unplayable. It's just this giant fucking serpent fucking dick that gets to take up like half the fucking map and sits there and just spews venom everywhere and does a shit ton of fucking damage.
So no one can even get close to the thing?
I mean, unless you're a tank, but then you don't do enough damage to get rid of its fucking ridiculously huge health bar.
Oh, fun.
Like, because it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it stacks poisons. So like if you're like a fucking damage dealer or a healer and you sit there and stand on it for like more than like 3 or 4 seconds, unless somebody heals you, you're gonna eventually just fucking tick down.
That's wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
cool.
that's fucking ridiculous, dude.
That does sound pretty unbalanced, actually.
Yeah, I did 190 sorry 109,000 shielding and yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
I think there was a point at which Roadhog in Overwatch was so overpowered that literally like the times where his cooldowns were just so broken that he basically was immortal.
Yeah.
And there was no way to kill him once he was on a team unless your whole team focused him after killing every other player on the other team. So it sounds kind of like one of those things where, like, yeah, if every other player on that team is dead, and all 6 of you, or all 5 of you, or whatever it is in Paladin, I think it's five in a team. All 5 of you focus that one tank, maybe you can take him out. But otherwise, just give up. Unless you have that same tank.
Basically.
Does it play out that way? Can you have 2 people each on the opposite team using that tank, and does it balance?
Yeah, and that's what the game was last time, and we just had a bunch of people, like those 2 tanks were sitting there just soaking up damage and getting healed by the enemy Saris, or the Saris on the other people's teams.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
So it was just like that person and Saris, and then we had everyone else running around just getting a shit ton of kills, and those 2 just sitting there and not taking any fucking damage. Everyone's just sitting there like gunning for the Saris because nobody can kill the tank while the Saris is alive.
And then the tank is killing everybody that spends anywhere too long in there, and so Saris just has to avoid him for a few seconds.
Yeah.
And she's got that fucking shadow walk where she just goes invisible and invulnerable for like 2 seconds. It's brilliant. So I'll stick with Overwatch then. Until they
just at least for a few days until this gets nerfed, because they just added this and it's gonna get a nerf immediately. This is it's that bad.
Well, I've been using Overwatch. I've been trying to learn Brigitte. Because Brigitte's a really, really good support, but it takes a lot of fucking learning. Baby eyeballs. Something funny, just to bring it back. Like, what if you had to comb your teeth?
Yeah, I don't know that needed a call back, dude.
What if you had to comb your teeth?
Instead of brushing it, you're combing them.
I think it's kind of the same thing. Are teeth like nails? Because like nails are made out of hair. Are teeth like the same thing?
No.
I don't believe so.
I don't appreciate that you exist.
You had to know the fingernails are made out of the same stuff your hair is, right? Like that's not uncommon knowledge.
I mean, maybe, but why would you think the teeth would be?
I don't know why I made that connection.
I guess it's not.
That's actually a really good question.
It's kind of weird that. It is kind of weird that fingernails and hair are made out of the same thing. So I gotcha.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking rhino horns. Because rhino horns are also made out of the same material that hair is made out of. And so that made me think of teeth, because rhino horns are, much more substantial. More than Italian. Thank you, Samaj. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I saw that. The second you said more than Italian, I was like, I have to go see if it's that same thing.
Oh, it totally was.
And funny thing is, that was up there for 2 days before the game, because they went and did that, the Black Lives Matter on the seats thing.
Oh no.
But the More Than Italian thing has been there for a long while. But that was up there 2 full days before, and nobody caught it until it went on TV, and everyone was like, "Wow,
Oh,
y'all done fucked up."
Ooh, I saw this thing. There was like there's apparently there's an Italian restaurant that just has a rotating roster of like 10 Italian grandmas that do the cooking. And so like depending on which grandma is there when you go, that's a different menu. And I was like, fucking, I want to go to that restaurant. Like, I usually don't give a shit about restaurants, but that I want to fucking go to. Get like genuine Italian cooking from a real Italian grandma. That sounds fucking awesome.
No, actually, I just found out a few days ago that my favorite little restaurant that keeps popping up and disappearing and popping up and disappearing just because the owner has been having some fucking issues. Like the first time it closed down because like last time we had like real cold weather, which was like fucking 8 years ago. We had a bunch of ice and everything. He slipped and broke his back.
Ooh.
So like he had to close down the restaurant and then brought it back, a couple years later when he was feeling better. And then had some had some other health issues because he's a big fucking dude too.
Oh no! Yeah.
So like he was open for another like 6 months and then closed down again. I was like, motherfucker.
You're like, I love you, big man. Stop fucking dying.
But yeah, no. Now
he has a place. Dude, there was a little with a get well card.
Like he moved down to Austin, so I don't even get his fucking food anymore.
You poor son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude, there's a place here that did like fucking fantastic barbecue. Just a little roach coach or whatever the fuck you call them, mobile.
Yeah, roach
and
coach.
He broke his leg like 3 years ago. But it's fucking fantastic food. But yeah, he broke his leg like 3 years ago, and it's just never reopened.
Oh, that sucks.
Fucking sucks. Amazing shit that he made.
He probably just he got to the point where he just didn't have enough money to reopen. Like the money that it costs to operate those things.
But I mean,
like you got to take some other shitty job, and then you just like get into like a bad cycle, and you can't fucking save money for whatever reason.
Dude, it was really popular, man.
This guy was black, right?
No, it was a white dude actually.
A white dude that makes good barbecue?
Yeah, I know. It's fucking surprising to me.
I guess I'll believe you.
No, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, dude, but it's true.
What's good barbecue like? I live in California, so not really a thing. Like good sushi, we got great sushi. Some fucking amazing Mexican food, but barbecue not quite as. I've yet to have any really great barbecue. There's
I guess
acceptable barbecue, but that's the best I've found.
Don't y'all have Dickies out there?
I don't think so. Let me take a look.
Well, I mean, Dickies isn't great barbecue, but it's pretty fucking good.
I've yet to find any restaurant that serves better barbecue than you can make at home.
Oh yeah, that's a damn shame.
Or I make really good barbecue. I don't know.
I mean, you are a fat white guy, which is the other best thing to be if you're gonna be making barbecue.
I'm almost just as good, but not quite.
Just a black guy or a really fat white guy.
Oh, I don't think there's any. There are Dickies in California. I don't think there's any in Northern California.
Ah, okay.
Oh no, there's one.
Yeah, the guy I was talking about was definitely a fat white dude.
Oh, it's all the way. Yeah, it's like a couple hours away. Jesus, that's like 4 hours, 5 hours away at least. If I wanted to drive there, fuck that noise. Like, I want to try some good barbecue, but Dickies doesn't sound like it's worth the drive.
What city do you live in again?
I live in that city that's near San Francisco.
Okay, so you live in San Francisco. Got it.
Sure. go looking around San Francisco for me. That'd be entertaining. No, the only Dickies is in Yuba City, and that's over by like Sacramento. That's like 2 or 3 hours to Sacramento, plus it looks like another hour, 2 hours to the fucking Dickies.
Well, goddamn.
So, doesn't sound like Dickies is worth the drive, though, sadly.
Yeah, no, I got like 4 or 5 good barbecue places within like walking distance from me.
Yeah. Because there are barbecue places where I'm at. It's just overpriced and shitty. Oh, man. Oh, I'm getting my donut blanket tomorrow. We have a big round, like, beanbag chair. So I bought a big round pink blanket that just looks like a big donut to throw on top of it. Because, you know, live fat, die fat.
Did you just mention barbecue and donuts?
Yes. I'm thinking about food because I was looking at this blanket and it looks delicious.
I'm not sure you know what barbecue is anymore. Like I don't.
You don't like barbecue donuts?
Might be confused.
No, my favorite donut
God.
is the plain old fashioned. So that's usually people don't
I
agree
mean,
with
hush
that.
puppies?
Those are like the same thing, right? Plain old fashioned donuts and hush puppies. I've never had a hush puppy, so
No, hush puppies are not sweet, really, dude. They're like little donuts,
It's just fried dough.
munchkins, but yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
hush
it's not
puppies are just
sweet like
fried
a
dough.
donut.
That's all it is. It's not like I thought
It's
they
a
were
dough
like,
ball.
I thought there was fish involved.
No, not in a hush puppy.
Huh.
I mean, a lot of times they'll use the same.
Yeah, it's essentially just a ball of dough.
They'll use the same grease that they use to cook fish in to do the hush puppies, and that maybe that's where you're getting that from. But
Well, I've never had a hush puppy, so I just assumed they were something to do with fish.
yeah, no. Basically, how you make a hush puppy is you you press
Get a dog, you tell
your
it to be quiet.
you press your dough like you get into a ball, and then like you actually like fucking press it to get out any of the extra air or whatever, so you make like a real like dense ball of dough,
Yeah.
and then you fry it.
Oh, and you keep it ball shaped. You don't like squish it into like a flat disc or something.
No.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I just started deep frying stuff not long ago. I might as well try making some hush puppies at some point. Are they like a meal item or like a side item?
They're a side item. Like you make them kind of small, like I don't know, like the size of like just like take your
Like the
knuckle.
munchkin donut size.
Sure.
They're the
Like
ones
the-
I've had. Maybe it's different.
Like the donut holes or whatever.
Oh, they're the size
Yeah.
of the donut hole?
Yeah.
I get it. That's not too bad. Yeah.
Hell, I think if you make them too much bigger than that, then you won't actually get everything cooked.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because like you're supposed to press them, you know, like they're not supposed to be light and fluffy. They're supposed to be kind of thick.
Yeah. It's like about the size of a golf ball, maybe a little smaller.
Okay. And they usually go with like barbecue?
Yeah, barbecue or like fried
Why
catfish
do they
or
think- Oh, that's
um,
why I thought the fish thing, because they go with fried catfish. Okay. I've probably seen people get like fried catfish and hush puppies or something on some Food Network show.
Well, so the only thing I could think of were like like the reason why the hush puppies would taste like fish is because people will cook their catfish and then before they get
the hush puppies with the same oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's better than thinking teeth are made out of hair.
That's a high bar you're setting there.
Yeah, like what if teeth grew on your head like hair? That'd be different.
You know, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and express to you the dumbest thought I have ever had in my entire life, and then we'll explain. Like this will explain to you why some thoughts are inside thoughts, not outside thoughts. All right. As a kid, I sat there and wondered, huh? I wonder what year everything stopped being black and white and turned to color. That's an inside thought. That's not an outside thought. Savvy, you have inside thoughts.
Oh man, I think it was before I was born because when I was born, it was all color already.
I fucking hate you so much.
I fucking got you with that one.
Yeah. Well, there was I was really young. I still occasionally came across people that had like a black and white TV. Yeah, but even when I was really young, hardly anybody had remotes. Like remote controls were just becoming a thing.
Oh yeah, I still remember TV when it was just like the little knob and you had like 3 channels and then like 13 upper channels or whatever it was.
See, I remember the knobs,
VHF
but
and the UHF channel.
Yeah.
I remember the knobs and how I was the fucking remote control. But that wasn't because like I was all that existed. It's just because we were poor and that's all we could afford.
You could afford. There you go. Yeah, I remember playing like Pong when it came out.
Yeah.
I think it came out when I was a kid. Hold on, well, I could be misremembering that one.
You were well into your 40s by the time Pong came out.
Yeah, the dinosaurs. Oh no, you're right. It was in '72. It was before I was born. Okay. But I did get the Atari when it came out. Played Pitfall. That was the fucking game right there. The Mario Brothers game on Atari and then Pitfall. Those were the fucking. That's where it was at right there.
Super Mario Brothers came out and it blew everyone's mind.
I mean, compared to like fucking Mario Brothers on the Atari, yeah.
Man, I will say
Mario
like
amazing.
one of my favorite old school games. It was one of the last games to come out on Atari, and then it came out on a couple other systems later, but it just never really had any popularity. It was a game called Warlords, and it was like a 4-person Pong, but like you had like a little
Castle.
okay, yeah, like it's a little castle, and you have little walls or whatever, and if you miss with the little Pong whatever, it'll make a dent in your wall. And then, like, if the ball actually gets inside of your little castle, then you lose.
Yeah.
That game was the shit.
I think I played that. Yeah, there were a lot of wacky games out there. Was that ever in, arcades?
I saw it once.
Yeah, because it was probably
never
in an arcade. I don't think I ever played it, like, at home.
It wasn't there at the time.
Yeah, that sounds like a play in a bar, like a bar type game. Like remember the tabletop Pac-Mans, like that.
Oh yeah. I used to go sit and play those when my dad would go to the bar sometimes when I was real little. When they still let kids in the bars.
I mean, technically they do. It's just up to the bar owner.
I was just in California. They stopped basically allowing it for.
Okay.
At a certain point where it's just
I would imagine during the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'd sit over there during the day. My dad would get me a Shirley Temple, put down a little stack of quarters, and I'd play like Pac-Man for like a while. And then,
I remember when Google had their Pac-Man themed logo. So if you go on Google, you can actually play Pac-Man, and it's just in the shape of the Google sign. That was really, really popular for a time there. So much so that I remember hearing, because it was only supposed to be here for like 24 hours. But one guy apparently wouldn't stop playing it at work, and he got fired because of it.
There's always some idiot like that.
Well,
Well, you
I
figure
mean-
they probably would have gotten fired for something else sooner or later anyway. There's no way that was the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, like there's no way that was the only thing. I mean,
Oh, probably. I mean, there could have been something. Who knows
that
what?
was
But
just the straw.
it's just the idea of like, oh, goddamn Google, you fucking cost a man his job.
Oh man. Well, if you want you want a thing that costs people their job, like fucking EverQuest 2.
Fucking RuneScape for me, man.
EverQuest 2 fucking got so many people fired. RuneScape did for you? I never had any problems. Like I never got fired because of video games, but I know that like there were people I knew who I just didn't see for like 6 months when EverQuest 2 dropped. Like most of my friends were just like gone for like 6 months. And a couple of them like legit fucking lost their jobs. One of my friends fucking he found his wife, got married, and moved to like Southern California. And now they live in some sort of like emergency rescue zoo and work there. So he upgraded because he was just like he was like a waiter in a shitty hotel restaurant. You know, and then suddenly he's fucking living in Southern California, not being a waiter, which is definitely a huge fucking increase in your status right away. And then fucking working and living in a rescue zoo with his fucking wife. Haven't heard from him since. Oh man, that was a weird one.
It still surprises me that you have friends.
I've known lots of people. I'm a very sociable guy if I want to be.
But I did learn, like during like whenever the pandemic hit and everything, I don't have friends. I just have a shit ton of acquaintances.
Oh, people that like hang out when you're drinking or stuff like that.
Yeah, like if we meet up, like we'll hang out, we'll talk, we'll like whatever. Like, but as far as like keeping in touch, like, yeah, nah, like none of those.
Damn.
I don't have friends. I have bar friends.
So you're like the cheers
Hey.
guy. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Apparently, it's the only place anybody knows my name.
That's not a bad thing.
But now, like that place now is a fucking gay bar.
I do know a lot of people that don't know what my name is. I'll tell you that much.
It's Stabby.
No,
Duh.
I for a long time when I would
Your
hang
name
out at
is
different
Stabby.
places, I would give
Big
different
Skittle
names.
Pants.
So like in one place I'd be John, in another place I'd be Ben. You know, Dave in another place because you know, I don't know, I'm fucking weird. So there's a lot of people who were friends that just didn't know who I was.
No, I actually
All right.
okay. Very, very, very long story, but I used to do some really shady shit, and obviously didn't always go by my real by my real name when I was doing said shady shit. But
So
no,
you had a
I
reason to change your name as opposed to
yeah, and so I was in town at said town, and I was doing some work there, and I had to sit there and wait for like 5 hours because like we had some time to fucking kill in between appointments, and I'm sitting there chatting up with this girl, and I was just like, you know, all right, yeah, like my name is Alias, and man, I really fucking like that chick, and I couldn't, you know, like go back and say, hey, so actually my name is this. I was lying to you for like 6 hours fucking straight. Oops. You still want to hang out?
Oh yeah, no, that's not going to work out. I mean, it's like you were being the chick in the conversation.
Being a lying cunt.
I'm sorry, I don't see how that's different from what I said. I fail to see the difference at all, really. I mean, I just said it in a shorter term.
Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture.
Oh man. I've dealt with some weird stuff like that. The fucking corporate thing, because we're like a licensed mental health program, and I used to have to go through and like check paperwork at night because before I was asleep overnight, I did awake overnights for a while, and I'd have to go through all the records and find like forms and figure shit out, and I'd be like, I don't know where I'm supposed to get the information to fill out this form accurately, and they're like, oh, just fucking whatever. So there's a lot of forms where it's just like, I just made that shit up because I don't fucking know.
I just realized you're licensed through MHMR, right?
MHMR?
Mental health, mental retardation?
No.
Oh, you aren't licensed through them?
We're licensed through state agencies. I don't know if we're licensed through anything federal.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Why?
I was about to say, if you're licensed through MHMR, I could just sit there and just, like, because all of those fucking names and like, all that info is public. I could just sit there and just keep flipping through profiles until I found your face.
Oh, you wouldn't, because I don't work under a license. The company works in such a way that the majority of the employees aren't licensed in any way, but we're working under the license of an actual marriage family therapist or psychiatrist.
Oh, okay. Well, in Texas, yeah, like even like the fucking like the minimum wage fucking dudes there have to be licensed.
Yeah, no, we're not licensed.
Okay.
I could probably get a license. I have more than enough experience to easily go get licensed and probably way above what I'm doing, but because I have the equivalent in experience far above what my actual title is.
If you go and get licensed, they may have to pay you more.
No, not my company. No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't do that kind of thing there.
And I would be happy to transfer to somewhere where they work and do stuff for more money. The problem is I don't want to do the hands-on stuff. I'm not real interested in trying to fucking do takedowns and shit and strapping people to beds.
Why not? That sounds like the best part.
Yeah, you know, if your tax thing doesn't work out.
Just beating up fucking retards and strapping them down to bed while they sit there and cry and wallow out in pains. Like, that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's that's not my gig. I can talk anybody into damn near anything when it comes to getting clients to, like, you know, follow the program rules or you know, fucking hang out. Like, every once in a while, sometimes people are just going to do what they're going to do, like, whatever. But most of the time I can get people to go around with just talking to them. I don't want to have to fucking throw into the mix, like, just tackling the poor son of a bitch and, like, strapping him to a fucking wall.
Let me guess. 99 times out of 100, it just consists of, come on, man.
Believe it or not, most of the time, if you just treat the people I work with like actual people, they don't fuck with you. You afford them the same respect you would afford, like, you know, Joe Blow you're fucking talking to on the street. It's the weirdest thing. It's like they don't.
I show him zero respect, though.
They don't fucking hate you.
Like, I show him absolutely zero respect.
Well, you do. See, that would work for you, but you know, treat them like actual human beings. They don't attack you. They don't pull shit. They don't try to lie to you. It's really weird. I've met more than a couple people that worked there were like, if I wasn't for the fact that there was a legal issues, I would be like, I could totally hang out with that dude or whatever. Like, I'd be like, yeah, we should go smoke weed together. So, oh wait, no, I can't say that because of licensing. You know, that is the one thing I do have to say every once in a while that I really don't like is, oh no, weed's bad for you. Which, to be fair, certain psychotic disorders don't really go well with weed. But it's usually, for the vast majority of mental health clients, it's really not a big deal. But now that it's legal, they're treating it like alcohol, and they're just saying zero tolerance. You're not allowed to have any alcohol while you're in any sort of mental health program. You're not allowed to have any weed.
That's fucking dumb.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of anxiety issues that I'm sure clients would be better served by smoking a bowl than taking a fucking benzo in the long run. Because weed doesn't like fuck up your liver and shit.
Weed's bad, but benzos are okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think there's a lot of people that'd be more than happy to just smoke
Weed,
a couple
but
bowls
here,
a
have
day
some
instead of
Xanny
fucking
bars.
yeah, taking Xanny bars. But what the fuck ever. Yeah, and well, at least it doesn't happen as often, but there still are obviously people who are like medicated into compliance, even though it's not supposed to be the case. Because like every time they get, like they're totally fine in the programs because they're all enforced on medication. They can't, stop taking it and stay out. They end up going back to an institution if they don't keep taking their meds in our programs. But the second they're not in a program and they're on their own, boom, they're off meds and they're completely fucking spiraling out of control. It's like, well, clearly they only exist in a medicated state. That they're only acceptable to the state in a medicated fashion. So, but whatever. Now we're just getting into the weeds. Somebody talk about something else.
It still cracks me up that other states will just like fucking put their crazies on a fucking bus to California.
Yeah, thanks Arizona and New Mexico. Fucking assholes.
That's that's awful, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they'll actually like time the haloperidol dose so that it won't wear off until they're in California for at least an hour.
Yeah, they'll come to when they're in like El Centro.
Yeah, exactly. Wherever the fucking bus dropped them off at.
Yeah. All right. Oh fuck! I'm in the middle of fucking the desert, halfway between the border and L.A. or San Diego, whatever.
I think they generally go for like San Francisco, Sacramento, L.A. Like the bigger cities is generally where they aim for, because I believe the bus fare is cheaper to the bigger cities. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's the way it works. I don't know.
I don't think San Diego would be big enough, though.
Yeah, well, I'm sure San Diego's one of them too. Yeah, come to think of it. I don't know, man. That's just.
I was saying they would come to in El Centro, like at the bus when the bus had its little layover. You know how they stop somewhere for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's true. That could be the case because they're off their fucking rocker. They're not necessarily going to go get back on the bus. They might not make it past the first stop. They might just be like, "Oh, I get to get off the bus," and then they just wander off down the fucking road. Plus, if they've lived in a certain city all their life, it's kind of fucked up to just be like, you're going to take this magic dose and fucking wake up in a new one. With no money and no way to get back, because that's key right there.
Right. Yeah, they almost have to keep going. Well, I
guess
it is get back on and make it to San Diego.
There's been a few clients we've had who were like from like Arizona or New Mexico or whatever, and it's like it is really, really fucking hard to make those places take their clients back. So we can transfer them to like Arizona mental health or like New Mexico mental health to like back to the city that they actually fucking like their family lives in and shit. It is real difficult to get them sent back. Because, California obviously doesn't want them there. And a lot of them are like, I don't want to fucking live here. Like, my whole fucking life is back in this fucking town in New Mexico. New Mexico and Arizona are actually deserts, though, right?
Yeah, most of it. It's the southern, like, 2/3.
Yeah.
I mean, northern Arizona's up in the mountains.
Do you guys get tumbleweeds in Arizona?
Fuck yeah, dude.
My mental cowboy town is getting larger.
Just remember moving out here. Like, I don't know why, but I always... Any of that cliche shit, I think isn't real. Or at least when I was younger.
Then you gotta go out and
then
hitch
I
the horses up to the wagon.
Like, going through Texas, I actually saw tumbleweeds. I'm like, holy shit.
And everybody's like driving their wagons and their
Do it.
horses around.
Exactly, dude. Yes.
And now, good night, guys.
Adios.
He was such a fun presence while he was here. He contributed so much to the conversation. I'm so glad he was here.
You're just mad because he's not going to blow you.
Oh, he didn't get a choice in that. I will break his jaw, wire it
because he
open,
doesn't
and
want to blow
fucking
you.
his throat.
All right. Wait, am I the only one that pictures Louisiana as a giant swamp?
That is correct.
Because I always picture people in Louisiana as like living in the swamp and like their boats with the long poles that they like push them around with.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. Fuck Louisiana.
That's a good chunk.
Fuck Louisiana. Like, okay, if you've never met swamp people, congratulations, you are now a happy human being. Fuck swamp people. Goddamn coon asses.
Coon asses? Damn.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, and that's not a racial thing. Fucking white
what
or
that means,
black
but-
doesn't fucking matter. And that's just because those motherfuckers, for the longest goddamn time, ate raccoons exclusively. Fuck them damn coon asses.
Isn't that like really fucking dangerous? Because raccoons
Yes!
pick up a lot of diseases and shit.
They're dirty as shit.
It's like they eat the trash that humans won't eat. Putting that into your soup pot seems like a bad fucking idea.
And they're fucking swamp people. You can't understand a word they fucking say. They all smell like death, and they will try and fuck you. Fuck Louisiana.
They're a little extra friendly when that southern friendliness goes just a little step further than it ought to. It's like, hey, how you doing? Why don't you take your pants off? What?
I fucking hate Louisiana, dude.
Come on in, sit down,
hate
have a
it
glass
so
of sweet tea,
fucking
and take off them underpants.
Like, did you listen to, did you watch a lot of like College Humor and like Derek comedy back in the day?
When they were still funny?
Yeah. Did you ever see Bro Rape?
No.
Okay, you're in for a treat. I'm gonna send this to you.
Oh no. Bro
Yeah,
rape?
this is how I picture all
Bro,
of fucking
bro.
Louisiana.
Bro, just
Bro
let it
rape.
happen.
A Newsline investigative report. Jeez, back in 2006. God, the internet was such a better time back then.
God, it was really 15 years ago. Goddamn. This is probably old enough. Oh, it's age restricted. I can only watch it on YouTube.
Seriously?
Hey, dude!
Uh,
Yo, dude, I got some scotch. You wanna drink some
Oh,
scotch before
okay.
the party?
Well-
oh, I think I have seen this one. Oh, this is a fucking throwback, though.
Alright, bro. I'm gonna take the pants off, okay? Wait, what? Bro, this is gonna be awesome, bro! No, dude, don't take my pants off! Alright, dude. Go lay down on the
Is
bed.
that-
Bro, I'm not gonna lay down on the bed.
Is that that fucking,
Awesome, yo!
Donald Glover?
Here you go,
Yeah.
bro. Alright,
Yep,
cool.
sure is.
No, dude, what are you...
And like the one time he was asked about this video, like by like a journalist or in the media, his exact
Type of
words
rape
were,
that's gone overlooked for decades.
"Man, I don't want to talk about
and
that
it's
one."
risen 44% in the last year. I'm talking, of course.
Oh my god. I'll watch the rest of that later. That takes me back. God damn, that is. I have seen that, though. God damn, that's old. Fucking Danny Glover, whatever his name is. The guy who fucking did This Is America, like he's some sort of hard fucking, like he grew up on the streets, motherfucker. I always thought that was pretty fucking ironic. Everybody was like, that song's great. It's like, he's trying to pretend he's street. Come on now. This guy was, his dad is a famous actor. He's fucking grew up with a silver spoon. He has no fucking idea what he's talking about.
He grew up on the rough streets of Beverly Hills, man.
Yeah. I wonder if he hung out with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Seems likely.
They were hanging out together, getting up to no good. God, where do you go if the
Neighborhood?
streets of Beverly Hills are too rough for you?
Don't know the answer to that question.
I'm just trying to think, like Vermont, maybe.
Dubai, maybe.
I'm pretty sure Dubai is really fucked up if you're black, though. Don't they
Yeah,
got a
that's
lot of
true.
slaves? I mean, they're not called slaves.
I think that's Qatar.
But effectively, they're slaves. Like that's the one where they take their passports. To be like, you can earn.
I think that's
like,
Qatar, dude.
Oh, is that Qatar? Okay.
Oh, it might be Dubai too. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was like Dubai in the UA or UAE or whatever. United
Yeah,
Arab
UAE.
Emirates.
Yeah, it's probably most of the Middle Eastern countries, honestly.
Yeah, because what they'll do is like promise like 6 months' wages in a month or something, and then like as soon as the people get there, they just take their fucking passport. They're like, "Well, you're living on this subsistence.
Yeah, now you
wage,
can't leave.
Yeah, you can't leave, or we'll kill you, or you can keep working for just enough money to not starve to death. So, but you're not a slave, because that would violate something or other."
Yeah,
And
I know slavery definitely still exists there, like straight up slaves, not just what you're describing.
Yeah. Well, no, in the Congo, there's like they own the fucking pygmy tribes. The pygmy tribes are forced to farm the land for like one fish a day or something like that. They give them like a fish a day or a banana a day, and the full sized people in the Congo force the pygmies to grow all their food.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of them with like distended bellies, and I'm like, look, they're fat. They're doing fine. Big fat bellies.
Sons of bitches, lying motherfuckers.
Why is the rest of them so skinny?
Yeah. No, that one's ripe. He's
I did not understand the concept.
Those are the ripe ones. They swell up when they get ripe.
Ones with the distended bellies.
Yeah. Just putting it in farm terms so everybody can understand it. I don't know why. I do occasionally just say things that make no goddamn sense, don't I? Like, I gotta stop doing that somehow.
What? What are you doing, Satan? You playing Paladins?
I'm just watching Bro Rape, bro.
Bro rape. Oh, man.
Okay.
Donald Glover seemed really into that. I'm just saying. Like, he was super fucking...
About bro rape. What is a bro? A bro's an 18 to 24-year-old male who wears Birkenstock sandals, watches Family Guy, plays Ultimate Frisbee, and wears an upside-down visor or a baseball cap with a pre-frayed brim. You know.
Indeed.
A bro is an 18 to 24-year-old who wears Birkenstocks, plays Ultimate Frisbee, and wears an upside-down visor. Fucking that's... In 2006, that was really fucking accurate.
A bro.
Well, that was before it was actually College Humor. That was Derek Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I wonder if that channel even puts out videos anymore, or if that's just completely done.
Oh yeah, no, they've been dead for years. The last video they put out was
10 years ago. Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah. It's like Broken or Evil Iguana Productions, I think it was at the time, back in the day, was a fairly large channel. Like now by numbers now, they're not even close, but they had a pretty big subscriber base for the time. I think they got up to like 400,000 or 500,000.
Oh, dude, my other favorite is from them is the National Spelling Bee.
Oh no.
That one was one of my favorites.
Was it just a bunch of Asian and Indian kids?
No, you'd think, but no, it's actually much, much worse.
Yeah, would have to be.
No, that one I just want you to watch. Like that one, like if I tell you anything about it, it's fucking up the punchline.
All right, I'll check it out.
Here, I'll put it in the Discord too.
Oh, there you go. Oh, does anybody have yellow and black stripes?
The fuck is that?
You know the National Spelling Bee?
Oh my god. Yes.
Was that joke bad enough that it stung? I can't.
Come on, get it out of your. Come on, get it out of your system, dude. Keep going.
I think that's all.
Nothing about hive minds or anything like that.
I'm combing through all the potential jokes, but I can't think of anything. Oh man, we've already lost audience members. Like no more.
Like, all right, that's it. I'm tapping out on that one.
I don't blame him.
None of our regulars are here. No Mad Metal or Natrodamus.
Oh, Rotten Silence was here.
I guess Rotten Silence was here. Yeah. How about that?
Our standard audience of like 4 or 5 people that are like as bored as we are.
Yeah, they're like, all the good shows are over now. I guess I'll check out the Untitled Studio stream.
Then we start talking about baby eyes falling out. And it's just like, all right, I'm fucking out.
As they should be.
Yeah.
I literally just turned
showing up at all.
I literally just turned my headset back on because I had to walk away after that fucking bee thing. That was that physically pained that physically pained me.
Oh, did it sting?
And we're
that, dude. I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute.
I mean, it's like he wanted me to say it. I can't help it. He gave me a straight line. I mean, it's his own fault, really. Look how he was dressed.
He was asking for it.
He was asking for it. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff is happening in the world.
I just stopped fucking watching. It's so fucking depressing. Like every time you turn around, it's fucking like Biden destroying our economy just a little bit worse. You know, like just putting a few more people out of work and taking a few more dollars out of like imaginary pockets so that it just inflates our currency more.
Yeah. Or signing an executive order to allow trans women to fucking participate in women's sports.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, dude.
That's and first of all, the government shouldn't be involved in that. Period. Like, it really shouldn't have anything to do with the government.
let's not
People should be the
federal
ones that make that decision. Like, all right, if they want to do that, then people don't have to fucking buy tickets to go watch it.
All right. Can we? Are we done? Are we done with the?
We're done.
Dude, stop bringing it up.
See what I mean?
Just come
He's
back and
asking
pretend
for
it
it.
never happened.
Look at the way he's dressed.
Got
He
a point,
wants it.
dude. If you just come back and not mention it,
We moved on
It
to
would be
sports.
I had to speak up. Me too. Time is
Me
up.
too. Oh man, poor fucking Marilyn Manson. I read enough to know that like all of the accusations are just that Me Too bullshit. That's like, oh well, I mean, I fucked him 7 years ago, but now I feel like it was rape. 7 years after the fact. What? Tell the police? Nah, we don't want to get them involved. That's just too much work. That would be too traumatic for me. Not that I have zero fucking case.
is
I
that
got my
Nostradamus?
Fauci
Did he show
ouchie.
up? Satan.
I'm
dude.
still gonna give it a
Seems
few
like
more months, man.
Nostradamus.
I'm waiting to see if a bunch of people start fucking dropping dead from that shit.
Got that Fauci ouchie.
I mean, because essentially, isn't it just like getting a flu shot? It's not really that much. Like, it's not really a guarantee that you won't get COVID. It's just like getting a flu shot. You just get a little sick, and then you hopefully you'll get a lot sick later.
Yeah, and the thing is though, like okay, with the flu shot, right? If you get the flu shot and then later somewhere down the line you get exposed to the flu and you still get the flu, most of the time the symptoms are way lessened because you've had the flu shot.
Way milder, yeah.
It's the opposite with this. The people who have gotten the flu shot or the COVID shot and then get COVID are having way more severe symptoms than they typically should.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was going to wait and see what was going on, because I'm not going to just get it if it's, because first of all, it was Trump's vaccine, so let's not pretend it's anything else. But it was just rushed so fast. It's like there's no way they could possibly know all the potential dangers. It's just not possible. They just haven't had enough time.
And like when it came to the Pfizer vaccine specifically, not the Moderna one, because they had less bullshit with theirs than the Pfizer did. But Pfizer basically got a blank check from both the U.S. government and international agencies that basically just said, yeah, you're not liable for anything that goes wrong. Nobody can sue you. If everyone dies, it's just an oopsie.
So then, the only people you could potentially file a lawsuit against would be the government, and that's just not going to work out well.
Right.
Because they're just going to be like, what? We're not responsible because we don't feel like being responsible. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's fucked up. See, that's why I was saying, like, everybody I work with thinks I'm being silly. I'm like, nah, dude. I'm going to fucking wait, because we can get it through where I work. You can get it. I could have gotten it like a month ago. Or whatever. I think it was about a month ago when it came out, essentially. Like, they were like, we can get it for you if you want it. Like, I'll fucking wait.
Yeah.
It's like I'm basically a shut-in anyway. I'm not going to fucking go anywhere, so I'm sure as shit not worried about catching the fucking COVID. It should be interesting. I kind of feel like there's a bunch of people who are going to fucking die from it. Or at least complications related
I think some of the older people have. I think like Hank Aaron, I think got the fucking vaccine and then died like a week later.
Yeah, have they been able to link it though?
They're not trying.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, again, they're not gonna fucking try, dude.
We won't know if it was ever connected or not because they're not gonna look into it.
Oh,
so
that's really fucking scary. Then I'll probably just never get it. Like, fucking nope.
Yes, like 75 years from now, but we'll find out.
Yeah. That's just one of those things that to me seems like a real dangerous fucking proposition.
And that was it's I'm doing the same thing with the any like new vaccine or anything as I did with like fucking the vape shit, right? Because that came out and I was like,
don't do it for at least a couple of years and see what the fuck happens. You know?
no, I waited even longer than that before I even tried it, and then I found that I didn't fucking like it, so I'll just go back to smoking my cancer sticks.
It's nowhere near smoking. It just doesn't fucking work. I tried.
But yeah,
that too.
no. But like whenever like that started becoming a thing, I was like, wait a minute. So it's water vapor, and you're putting that in your lungs, nigga. That's pneumonia. You're intentionally trying to give yourself pneumonia.
It's like you're simulating pneumonia for like fucking a couple minutes every couple of hours.
Yeah.
Or actually, a lot of the people that vape literally like all fucking day long.
Yeah.
With the nicotine, that's the part that blows my mind. Like, I smoked like a pack a day, but I think a lot of these people that vape are like vaping the equivalent of like a carton of fucking cigarettes a day or some insane amount. Like it's just out of this world the amount of nicotine they're doing.
I mean, it depends, like, because you can modify how much nicotine is actually in.
Oh yeah, but most of the people I know are vaping like a fucking carton of cigarettes a day worth of nicotine. Like, this is just people I know. I don't know if the numbers bear out over any larger sample. I just know the people I know.
I know, like I used to really like smoking hookah. And I'll still do it every now and then, but like whenever I pack up the bowl of the hookah, that's like a good fucking at least fucking 5 packs of worth of nicotine in that bowl.
Oh,
and I'll sit there and smoke that like in the course of like 2 hours, and then it's like, okay, I have a headache now. This is a lot.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot. I've never smoked hookah. Is it basically just a big water pipe?
Yeah, it's just a big water. Like, it works
similar to a bong. It sounds like.
Kinda, but instead of like what you do is like you put the shisha in the bowl, and then you put foil over the top of it, and then you poke holes in the foil, and then you put coals on the foil.
So it's almost like vaping weed, except vaping tobacco.
I mean,
except there's actual combustion.
Oh,
yeah,
right. It's not vaping. Still smoke, right?
Yeah, no, it's still smoke. It's just instead of
sounds like it's a really low temperature smoke, though.
No, like that's why you like a lot of people will put ice in their in the bottom of their pipe because it does cool it down a lot. But yeah, no,
okay.
it's not. I mean, it's fucking coals. Like they burn at a really high temperature. It's just not a direct heat. It's like that's why you have the foil there to keep it like.
Oh, so it's more like cooking a steak, but just with tobacco.
Yeah. And like the shisha is like wet. That's why you don't want the direct heat on it, because like then it tastes like shit.
Because it'll dry out and then burn.
Yeah.
As opposed to slowly simmering and whatever. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So yeah, like it's a much higher heat, but you're not like putting a fire on it. So it's like it's a higher heat, but like it's an indirect heat.
Yeah, so it is similar. It just there's still combustion. It is similar to vaping weed, because when you vaporize weed, part of the thing is that it's much cooler and less harsh when you're actually like inhaling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why like like a lot of people will put ice, and some people will put like the water and then add juice to it too, because that changes the flavor, because it's going through the fucking juice.
Throw some fruit punch in there.
Yeah.
That's what
I was used to like I whenever I was getting the apple stuff, I would always go and put like a drop of like the vanilla extract in there. It would make it taste like apple pie. That shit was good.
Yeah, and then when you do it, yeah, 'cause I remember I used to find these one brand of like, it was like peach cigars, because for whatever reason, whatever they did to it made it taste like beef jerky when you smoked it. Like it didn't taste anything like peach. It literally just tasted like beef, like you're chewing on a beef jerky stick.
Of course, because why not?
And when you're fucking drinking a bunch of beer or your hard drinks or whatever, that's a great cigar. Because it's like chewing on a meat stick between shots. It's like fucking. Oh man, it was like Optimum Peach or something like that.
I mean, I know, like I know, like, the cigarettes that I smoke are technically cigars, but only because the only distinction between cigars and cigarettes is the type of paper that they use.
Oh, yeah. Cigars is if it's wrapped in tobacco leaves and then.
Yeah, and like mine are like wrapped in those little fucking tobacco leaves, and so it's technically a cigar, but they smoke like cigarettes.
Are they like those Swisher Sweet cigarillos?
No, they're not. They're not cigarillos. They're
cigarettes.
no, they look like cigarettes, just with.
Oh, I didn't say if they were cigarillos. I mean like that. Like they look basically just like a cigarette, but with a tobacco leaf instead of the regular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ooh, that sounds good.
I used to smoke the Indian beaties. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think they're similar to that too. I haven't ever smoked those, but I've seen them.
Those things are spiked with fucking nicotine like crazy, dude.
I gotta say though, the best I ever had were the Lucky Strike lights filtered, which I don't think I've seen in like 10 years in California. Oh, but the clove cigarettes, you ever smoke those?
No Lucky Strike made filters.
Yeah, they filtered Lucky Strikes. Yeah, they were really good. Filtered Lucky Strikes and filtered Lucky Strike lights were amazing. They were the best cigarettes I ever smoked.
What is the point of getting Lucky Strikes and then not getting the unfiltered?
I don't know. It just was really tasty. They were so smooth and they tasted so good. I smoked the non-filters too. I mean, I smoked a lot of Lucky Strikes for a long time. Then I ended up switching to like Camel Lights or Marlboro Lights, just depending on whichever one was on sale for a while. And but I started with fucking clove cigarettes. I don't know if any of you guys ever smoked those.
I have. They're not my
Those
favorite.
are bad for you.
Yeah, I haven't,
so
but I've been
much worse than
around.
cigarettes. Somebody complained that riding in my car was like being in a gingerbread cookie. Even though I never smoked with people in my car, I always was like, if you're not a smoker, I just won't smoke in the car. That's a dick move. Because but I'd smoke when I was in there with other smokers and stuff, and man,
Yeah.
it really did smell like the inside of a gingerbread cookie. Like it was pretty fucking ridiculous. But God, I miss those. Those were so good. I mean, the flavor was just amazing. But apparently, like, each one of those is like the equivalent of smoking like 5 cigarettes or something. Because the clove smoke is apparently really, really bad for your lungs.
Oh yeah. It's fucking terrible for her.
It's almost like you shouldn't put smoke in your lungs for some reason. Unless it's weed smoke. Weed smoke is perfectly acceptable. All hail the great weed. Got my Fauci ouchie. That's gonna bother the shit out of me. I gotta put something else in there. Let's see. God.
Yeah, why? Christ, dude.
I looked for eyes falling out, and this is the best I could find. That's just fucking vile. I imagine that's like what a baby would look like before their eyes fell out and then they grew their adult eyes. Just...
That's them right when they're about to fucking fall out.
How do you niggas always make it worse?
Oh, that's my one skill. That's my
like,
mutant power.
It really does. It really does look like those eyes are trying to escape from his head.
It really.
Like he's forcing them back in by just sheer power of will.
Oh man! Oh, like that one fucking dude in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, where he's like sucks the tear back into his eye. He's like, not yet.
Yes, it's exactly like that. should be looking this up on my phone.
Man.
There was this lady, a chick, black chick, I remember seeing, like, I don't know, probably when I was a teenager, that could pop her fucking eyes out of her head like that.
Oh, black chick, I'm so sorry. Your childhood must have been awful.
Yeah, it was very traumatic.
That's a much better one. Jesus Christ. Sleep
Fuck,
tight.
dude.
Have a good night's sleep, fellas.
Somehow I feel like my Chantix dreams are not going to be as pleasant tonight. God damn, I cannot fucking type for shit.
I mean, while I'm on a theme. Oh, that is... Man, there are a lot of really creepy gifs on fucking Discord. Oh, there's a bunch of Happy Valentine's Day gifs. There we go. That'll give you better dreams. You can dream about that Peter Griffin furry from fucking the Mark Wahlberg Stoner movie.
Ted.
Yeah.
Thunder forever.
I don't know why that ever had a sequel. I mean, the first movie was like okay, but not really that great. I mean, I don't.
Which movie are you talking about?
Ted.
Oh.
Like, it was all right. It was a kind of funny concept. Like, oh, these stuffed bears, came alive, and now he's stuck with it as an adult, and that's real fucking weird, Like.
Trying to find the chick that I was talking about. Fucking pop her eyes out. I don't know if this is her. She's just older.
Oh yeah, there's like a dude and a chick that both do that now. Yeah, I remember that chick. There was a GIF with them, I think.
I forget what show she was on. What show she was on where she like demonstrated it. So I just remember them asking the doctor guy or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, there you go, you got it." Fuck.
Yeah, but there's a dude too. Like
for.
it's her and this one dude that both do it.
Yeah, but they asked the doctor, like,
fine,
"Well,
think,
how
yeah.
far?" Yeah, they asked the doctor, like, "How far do eyes normally protrude?" And he's like, "Well, normally eyes don't protrude." But yeah, they literally had this weird thing where they shot it from the side, and it had little measurements, like little fucking half circle measurements, to show how far they popped out.
Yeah, I think there's like a Guinness Book of World Records for how far out you can pop your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be great with little kids. Go to your room. No.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Pop your eyes out at them. They go, oh, God, yes, all right, stop.
Hey,
it's like fucking chemical warfare.
Damn it.
Would it be funny to drop like bologna sandwiches on a place that you mustard gassed?
I would find it funny. I don't know about the average citizen, though.
I just feel like it would send a better message. Like, why are we blowing terrorists up when we could be doing so much worse?
Yeah, make them suffer for a while.
Like, can we make a real Joker gas? Where people just, like, laugh themselves to death?
That would be great.
Can you imagine how fucking good that would be as a fear weapon?
I mean, to be honest, like he stole the entirety of that from fucking Scarecrow, but okay.
Oh, I don't know. I just the concept, if it was real, would be pretty fucking like evil if you think about it. Like far more than the comic books I think ever really made it out to be. Like how horrific just going about your
I don't know
business
why,
and
but
you just.
I don't know why, but that reminded me of. Apparently, this kid thought it would be a funny prank to start running at people with like butcher knives, and I guess he planned to like peel off at the last second, like, "Hey, it's just a prank."
You get shot?
Except he ran up. Yeah, he got shot and killed, dude.
There was a
didn't
YouTuber
realize.
that started breaking into houses as a YouTube prank, who got shot and killed in a similar display of absolute fucking idiocy.
Fucking yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Or the fucking there was that one couple. It was like two young kids. I guess they had like a kid together when they were like 16, but they tried to fire or they fired a gun directly into the super thick book, like an encyclopedia.
Oh yeah, but it
or
was on his
gas
chest, and he still died.
Yeah, because I guess when they tested it, they put it like on the ground or something. Or whatever they did, it was different than the way they shot in the actual fucking event. And yep, went right through, killed him.
You know, I know there's people that make various kinds of like body armor, like bulletproof vests and bulletproof or resistant clothing or whatever, that will shoot themselves to test it and show it off, and even them I think are fucking idiots. Like if you're actively shooting a gun at yourself intentionally, you're just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot it into fucking that ballistic gel, dude. Like throw that shit on a ballistic gel dummy.
Yeah, I'm 100% gonna
Like
believe a test that's done on a ballistic gel dummy just as much as I'm gonna believe it if this idiot shoots themselves with a bulletproof vest. I'm still gonna believe it. You know, like.
Like, yeah, we appreciate the faith in your product, but it's unnecessary.
I think the clothing is the one that really is a fucking like amazing. But you can actually buy like t-shirts and pants that are fucking like bulletproof or bullet resistant. They'll take like up to a relatively high caliber pistol. Like I don't think they'll stop like a Desert Eagle, but you know, your 9mm, your 38s, no problem. I remember because my brother works security, we were looking into getting him a bullet-resistant vest with like stab resistance as well. And they rate that based on like you know, like can it stop an ice pick or can it stop a regular blade? Like there's two different ratings.
I gotcha. Yeah, because I would imagine an ice pick's going to really focus, you know, all the energy into a point.
Yeah, it's a much smaller point, taking a lot more force. Yeah,
all the force is just.
So what you really want is one that because if it'll stop an ice pick, it'll stop pretty much any kind of blade. So
yeah,
to a certain
exactly.
extent. Like I think if you swing the knife or whatever, like there's a certain point at which if you're swinging it that hard, there's really nothing you can do to stop it. But
right. I wonder if what I was going to say. You know, they have those like blades that are essentially shaped like a triangle. It's supposed to leave a huge puncture wound in you.
Yeah.
But I would imagine still it goes to a point, but it would still I imagine be less than an ice pick.
Yeah, those are the ones that are like. I think most places those are illegal at this point.
Just about everywhere, yeah. Even in Texas.
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate because, you know, if you're going to defend yourself, that's not a bad way to do it. Make sure the other person bleeds out before they, you know, have a chance to hurt you.
Leave a triangular puncture wound.
You know, if they're not trying to fucking come at you, you know, then they won't get stabbed.
Okay, I don't like that if you win the first 3 points, in Paladins, and then you defend against a successful push, they don't just go like, "Oh, well, congratulations, you've now won the fucking game."
You should, yeah.
It's so fucking dumb.
It's really unbalanced, in my opinion. It's like if it counts as a point in the early game, it should count for the rest of the game.
And I really wish these dumb motherfuckers would pick up Rejuvenate if there's a Ceres on the fucking team.
Yeah. What is it in Overwatch? One of the things that gets really obnoxious sometimes is sometimes it'll just declare a winner. Like both teams
Seriously?
are on the point fighting, and then sometimes it'll just be like, "Yeah, this team wins. We're done." Like no matter how much fighting is still going on and how many people are still on point. Yeah, I've been in games where like legitimately it's like 99% point to 99% point of holding the objective. And, you know, we had the objective to start with. They came in and tried to take it. We've held them the whole time. We haven't killed them all off and run out the clock for overtime. And it'll just arbitrarily, like, let them win or let us win sometimes. You know, there's no real rhyme or reason to it that I can see.
Yeah, that's a bit stupid.
And I can't imagine... I cannot imagine that that's a cheat. That's a little much.
Yeah, no, that's just a
wall hacker and
feature of the game.
But like, I can't imagine anybody hacking to the point where they can just be like, "Nah, the game's mine. I win." Just declare it early. Well, and it's happened too many times. Yeah. But that's a nutty one that Overwatch does sometimes, where they just be like, "No, red team wins." I wonder if it's maybe... Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's maybe the overtime clock gets progressively shorter. So at a certain point, like, if there's nobody on the point for, like, a millisecond, it's like, done. We're done. The game's over. It's time to stop. You know, like, fucking... We need to fucking end this game.
Dude, and I don't understand the gold gain in this game in Paladins. Like, okay, like whenever you do certain achievements or whatever, you get a certain amount of gold, but they always give you less than what it says.
Oh, I never noticed that. That's fucking weird.
And like it's always a bit different. Like if they give you like 6,000 gold or whatever, they'll give you closer to 6,000 gold than whatever it is you have. But if they give you like 1,000, you're getting way less than 1,000.
Huh.
And I can never tell exactly how much I'm getting, so I just got to go check and see if I have enough to buy the next thing.
Oh yeah, I kind of regret almost buying all the characters on that. Because it's sort of like, what's the point of earning gold?
Or I mean, or spending all that hundreds of thousands of dollars you spent on Conan.
That wasn't hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's only like $100
Sorry,
and some odd.
just thousands of dollars. My bad.
Just $100 and some odd dollars. I don't regret that. I have all sorts of cool things I can build now, but and a lot of fun weapons and armor to fuck with that I otherwise would not have had.
I think I'm done with that game though, because like since
that's too bad, man.
Since I quit playing, and like I was literally just about to join the server you were in whenever you told me, hey, it's dead now because
just disappeared. Yeah.
But like, okay,
it reappeared. It shows up on my menu again, but it's always at 9,999 fucking connection.
Oh yeah. Well, I hopped on another, and like it was just a PvE, no purge, no nothing. It's just a building thing, and I was like, this could be a fun thing to just go in there and just fuck around,
Yeah.
And now it's the server's broken.
Oh yeah.
Every now and then it'll just everyone in the server will get stuck wherever they're at, and if they move more than like in any direction for more than like 5 seconds at a time, you snap right back to where you were 5 seconds ago, and it's just stuck like that.
There was a building server I was on like that, and I just stopped playing after like the second time that happened. I was just like, nah, this is clearly something wrong here. It's
Yeah, no,
overloaded. I think they just don't have enough control over how big the things that are being built are, and that's what's lagging the whole server.
I guess, but like I'm over by fucking Noob River and everything's fucking up. Like I just got into it. I got up to like level like 20 something, and I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and just build like a base in this spot because there's a few things around here that I know I need to get before I start trying to like go up north or do anything more than this. And then I started getting that bug, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just close the game. I'll play again tomorrow. Open it back up again. It's doing it again. And then the other server is a PvE server, but apparently, being a PvE server doesn't fucking matter.
No, they'll just murder you anyway. They don't
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
That's weird. That's supposed to not happen. Well, it's too bad.
See, I think I'm done with that game, dude.
Specifically, be PvEC. Like that's what they're supposed to be labeled. PvE with conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a solo player game. It's pretty good. Like right now, I'm doing the Isle of Sipta, and I have to say, it's a million times easier to like figure that out because there's no insane difficulty level to get to the highest tier of goods that you can build. You can literally just like, you know, run around and find like black ice and stuff all over the place.
Wait, like not even up north, it's just...
Yeah, the whole map is a big island. It's nowhere near the size of the other map. I'd say it's like a third or a quarter the size of the other map.
Oh, you're talking about Isle of Sipta?
Isle of Sipta, yeah. It's really fun because you can just go find like black ice and stuff. You don't have to start and just stick with iron for fucking ever until you can finally work, you know, enough stuff to get the steel and then enough stuff to get the other stuff. You can actually go all right to you know, hardened steel and legendary shit real fast. But sadly, I'll never have any more of that tavern that I was building because it fucking disappeared off of that server. The fucking whole thing. I was kind of disappointed. It was shaping up to look really nice. I was at the point where all I had to do was finish one side of the base and then start decorating the fucking tavern and then collecting dancing girls. I was disappointed.
All I know is I played through everything that you can do in my little cheat server. Like, I went and did every single possible thing that you can do in the game. Yeah. I mean, it still took me forever. There's a bunch of stuff to do, and even with the cheats, it's still a bit much.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I will say, I genuinely have no fathomable understanding about how anyone kills the white dragon without cheats.
A lot of the bigger bosses are killed. I've seen some walkthroughs and stuff where they'll literally like build fences and stuff to hold them there while they just shoot arrows forever.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's
like they'll take and build like a palisade ring. Palisades, for anybody who doesn't know, are a fence that does damage. And they'll trick the big bad guy into a palisade fucking ring, and then close it up and run away so that they can't get it past the palisades, and they can just replace it as they start to weaken, and then they'll sit and shoot arrows at the thing forever, whatever boss it is.
Well, you could always just get you like a hardened steel repair hammer and then just sit there and keep repairing the thing while it's
if you have
beating on
multiple
it.
people, yeah, I suppose you could do that. It's
how well does the Thieves' Glove on the Nunu strategy work?
Actually, pretty well.
There is a strategy in Conan where they set it up and you basically just get, and it only works on like 4 or 5 of the bosses, but they'll climb the stairs, and you build like a giant set of stairs that just goes into like a diving board sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You trick them out onto the end, you jump over, and you break the thing that's holding them up. So you're basically just dropping the boss like a fucking anvil. Really far to kill it.
What do they take damage?
Yeah, they take fall damage. Some of them do. So like, there's a giant scorpion and a giant spider and a big ass rhino that you can fucking just basically like trick up to a giant like set of stairs and just basically run them off the end of the fucking stairs in the middle of like the fucking sky and kill them in one shot. It looks like it takes some practice to get it right, but
that also
really
seems like way more work than just beating the fucking bosses.
Well, the thing is, once you've got it set up, you can just do it over and over and farm the thing for like a couple of hours, and hopefully get whatever legendary weapon or armor that it drops that you needed.
Oh yeah, that's the thing though. Like with the bosses, every time they drop something, it's random.
Yeah, that's why I was saying you farm them for a couple of hours. Hopefully, if you're really lucky, you'll get what
Hopefully get lucky.
Thing.
Yeah, like, and there's like fucking 12 different legendary shields. You occasionally you can get legendary pieces of armor, but they're real fucking rare.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 or 3 monsters that you have to fight if you really want just armor, because it's really high rates of drops for like those 2 or 3 monsters out of like the dozens of options.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and then they have like at least 4 or 5 different versions of every fucking weapon. So like 4 or 5 swords, spears, daggers, hammers, maces. There's even a fucking flail, which is a cool fucking weapon.
From what I've seen, though, the legendary stuff isn't that much better than the hardened steel.
It depends on the weapon, because some of them have extra stats on them.
Oh, okay. So there's certain special item kind of thing.
Yeah, like there's
one
one,
because then it gets creepy.
There's one shield that you can get, and if you have that shield and one other piece of cold resistant armor, that's all you fucking need to go up north.
Damn.
Like, you can basically do everything except swimming in the frozen water.
That's not bad. Yeah, that game is really, really good, but the servers are just terrible. It's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, dude, they're all kind of awful, and all the official servers.
I kind of wondered if we didn't just do official servers, it would have been better. Like an official PvE server or something would have been probably better.
I don't know. I checked out a couple of them, and from the looks of it, all the official servers, the second you get in, you're just bombarded with like everything is built on.
Oh, everybody's already used all the map.
Yeah.
And they're all gone, and nobody gives a shit.
So. And like,
so if you want to
was...
play Conan Exiles, you basically have to buy your own server for it to be worthwhile, unless you're going to play solo.
Yeah. It kind of looks that way now.
Curse you, fucking commie bastard, Lyman. Because that game is so fun, but goddamn.
Hey, we could always be one of like the 5 people that are still playing Rust.
Oh, that's true. Or fucking Ark. Like, I doubt there are many people still playing Ark, but it's still...
I've never actually played Ark.
I think Conan, like, where everything wants to kill you except it's all dinosaurs.
Yeah.
The only other people are players. That one was actually kind of a lot more fun, actually, I'd say. Just because, you know, you get to ride a T-Rex around and just fucking murder things.
I get to have my Nazi fantasy?
Yes.
And not the one where the Jewish girl punches me in the nose while I'm coming?
I wouldn't bother now. Like, I wouldn't bother now. But when the game first came out, like, I got really into, like, the early game on that one, when it was just barely coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. And then they just kept adding more and more and more and more dinosaurs that were more and more obscure and making it just incredibly complicated and unnecessarily so, to the point where it's just unplayable. Like, it started out as a game you could play with other people or by yourself and have a lot of fun. And then the end of the game, you need like 6 people to do anything. Now. Like, you literally need like a team of like 6 people just to get anything accomplished. It's just not worth playing. Damn shame, though, because fucking riding dinosaurs around and killing everything on the map was just so fun. Plus, you get to make, like, rocket launchers and, like, machine guns and shit. And go after the dinosaurs with your machine gun. But like one of the dinosaurs
cool.
is a flying dinosaur. But you can literally build a fucking base on the flying dinosaur.
Nice.
It's that big, and it never has to land. So you can legitimately just have a flying base, and like it was really fucking weird at the end of the game. But you know what? It had a similar issue with the servers. You were either in a server where it was sort of like a weird, tense armistice where, like, nobody attacked anybody because they know if one person starts, then everybody's bases are going to be destroyed by, like, a week later.
Oh, always.
So nobody wants to pull that trigger. Or you'd get into servers where you basically were put into slave labor by whatever clan claimed you first. Like, you were fresh meat. They're like, oh yeah, you can be part of our clan. You just have to harvest, 100 pieces of this every day, or we'll kill you and kick you out.
Kind of like that sign that we found over there by that destroyed base, and said just should have given us the 1,000 steel fire.
Yeah, like that kind of weird shit going on, and you're just like, all right, that's a little fucking intense. I'm gonna pass. For a video game. I don't need simulated slavery. Thank you very much.
That is fucking bizarre.
Apparently that's a thing that happens in all survival games, I'm guessing. I'm assuming because there's a lot of kids that play and they just don't understand, like, that's crossing a line. You can't, like...
People are fucking weird, man.
Yep.
They take shit way too fucking far.
Like, I'm playing a video game, man. I just want to have fun. And I don't mind, like, losing some shit and getting stolen from or whatever. Like, in a video game, if you can steal back, like, whatever, it's all good. But the weird, malicious aspect of it that seems to fester, that's the part I don't get. Where, like, they'll have people, like, fucking work as spies to join other clans to fucking, like, steal their shit and...
Right.
Like, you had that happen in your fucking phone game dates, well, where people were, like, fucking spying on each other and shit IRL. Like...
Yeah, joining your alliance just so they could fuck you over.
Yeah, just weird shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I never understood being that intense on a fucking game. Where you're gonna start spying and shit. Ugh. Pretty fucking pathetic, dude. In my opinion.
You guys are welcome for that gif.
What did you do? I'm done.
Oh, fuck.
I broke Satan. Now this is the one that breaks people. It's just disturbing. Oh man, I'm sorry, Chad. You can't see that stuff unless you're on the Discord.
You don't want to be here.
Really missing out.
I'd invite people, but oh wait, there's a thing. There we go. There's a Discord invite if anybody wants to fucking torture themselves. Oh, that Sonic one is just not okay. That's gonna bother me a little.
You get what you fucking deserve. God, can you imagine like walking down an alley and actually seeing somebody have that with like the fucking eyes or mouths and the fucking one giant eyeball between their lips? Like, how fucking fast would you run the other way? Like, you'd just be gone, right? Like, you just immediately, like, poof, like the fucking Wile E. Coyote. You know, like the Roadrunner from Wile E. Coyote. Oh, maybe we should call it. I think we should probably call it. We're starting to get just sad. Oh, I've been sad.
Yeah, it's been over 3 hours. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Hey, well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
Unless you're 4D Mike, in which case, go get some fucking help. Please, get some help.
Fuck you.